Hello.
Hi, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Hi, Chris. Hi, we love you too.
Oh, we love you. Who loves us?
Vinoff, son.
Vinoff, we love you.
We love Vinoff. We love Chris. I can't believe Chris is awake. Chris loves to fall asleep early. And he's not on the West Coast, so he's in a whole different time zone. I guess he's in Chicago, which is what, Central?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like 8:30.
I know, but he works at a coffee, not to give Chris his info out, but Chris works at a coffee shop, so he's up early.
Oh, at like 5?
Yeah,
oh,
he's up
God. We have some people who work at my restaurant who work at the Starbucks next door, and they just like, sometimes they do doubles where they do like a shift at Starbucks at like 5 in the morning. Woo! And then go and like come to work at the restaurant. And I'm just like, oh.
You know, don't have that in me.
Happy Labor Day indeed.
Yes, happy. Hi, Joe Jax.
Hello, Mother.
Hello, Mama Steele. Yazzy's here.
Live stream.
I love that everybody's here. The whole team.
The whole team. Are we a team? Are we all working together?
We're all working together. We're all in this together. Lou Lewis is here.
Lou
Carol
Lewis.
Wells, Tyler.
Hello,
Montrez. Hi.
Montrez.
Let me make sure we get all the chats.
All the chats. Are we not getting all the chats?
Top chat. I want to say.
Oh, no. We need all of them up there.
Oh, not one.
Oh, one.
All right. I hope we have some people watching things tonight.
She's coming in here hot. I'm sure
admin.
she is.
Happy That's the thing. It's September. Hope everybody's
September.
paid their rent because today is the day you do that.
Yeah.
I love how you guys always coordinate outfits, sleeveless tops. We really don't. He comes in, I'm wearing what I'm wearing, he's wearing what he's wearing, and we just make it
And
work.
it's just the thing.
It just works.
Sometimes
you know?
we come in wearing the same shirt.
And it does happen.
It has
Which
happened
honestly,
once.
it's surprising that it's only happened once.
I
in all
know,
the time
exactly,
that we've been doing this.
Palmer has officially transitioned into actual sweaters. Happy fall.
I mean, don't think that it won't. We'll be moving the crocheted tops back in, but I had to give him a crochet break.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, I'll behave tonight. East Awesome. I believe I saw something you said maybe last week, 2 weeks ago.
What did East Awesome say?
I think it was the one that was posted in the Discord about you, I believe.
Oh, I'm glad I got some attention from you,
I
East
know
Awesome.
you are. I know you are. It broke my heart when I read that Mariah story.
I know,
this
horrible.
Month. I mean, horrible. Oh God!
Post this on Twitter. Oh God, what?
Juan says he'll be mid tonight, but after saying something else.
Oh,
I know. Oh no.
Well, is that a dinosaur? Sure is.
It is a dinosaur. Yes. Thank you for noticing.
And the thing on his shirt's a dinosaur as well.
Bitch, I know you're not talking about me.
Oh, am I?
I guess there's two dinosaurs here, babe, because we're in the same age bracket by a year.
I don't know.
So if it's you, it's me. Oh God, not Juan and East fighting over you.
Listen, y'all can fight.
Some of us are taken, so do all the fighting you want.
Some of us are single and ready for someone to pay their bills.
Well, I don't know if that's what people are volunteering to do. Is it?
Juan or East? Which one's volunteering?
Yes, who's volunteering to pay the bills?
That's what the fight's gonna be.
I thought of you when I saw the sad news about Mariah's family. I mean, it's very sad, and we'll talk about it. It also, prompted me to begin listening to her audiobook again.
Ooh.
Because you hear a lot about Mariah's upbringing, her family, and it's just sad.
I just deleted Britney Spears' audiobook from my phone.
Oh, okay.
Because I had to, because I'm running out of storage.
Oh.
And so, you know how you have to do a purge every once in a
I
while.
do know.
Go through those conversations.
I
where
get it. It's like, that's enough. That's enough.
I know. And as I'm doing it, like my mom is like sending 12 pictures of her food. And I'm like, stop sending me pictures. I'm running out of space.
Juan, I'm telling you, you need to chill. I don't know if there's an admin here, but we'll figure out a way to mute you from here. You gotta chill out.
Wow.
You should listen to it again. It is a crazy ride. And the thing is, you think, I'd say it's 3 chunks. It is, growing up, Tommy Mottola, and then post Tommy. And you'd think the Tommy Mottola section is going to be the most harrowing. But that first third is like,
wild.
Oh my
Wild.
God.
Yeah.
It looks like a dino goose, says DP. Is that someone I'm related to? No.
I don't know.
Because, all of us start with D. And, have the Palmer as last name.
Juan, I have 6 figures, remote work, good credit, and global entry. That's what I bring to the table. Okay.
Hey. I mean, I have TSA pre-check, but I didn't get global entry. I should have probably gotten that. It's not.
I don't care about any of that shit. The longest I wait in a line is maybe like 15 minutes.
I mean, you've not flown out of the Atlanta airport.
Okay.
Because the thing is,
I fly out of Newark.
Atlanta,
LAX?
I think the busiest in the country.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, God.
It's huge, A, and B, it's just such a hub for everybody. And guys, aren't you surprised I'm awake? We are surprised, and we're happy for you. We mentioned at the top of the show. Maybe you fell asleep during that part.
What? I'm trying to listen to the whole biography, but I keep able to finish it. I got short attention span.
I mean, it is worth every second. It is lovely.
There's chapters for a reason.
I knew she had a complicated relationship, but damn, no, the relationships with both of them, but especially Allison, her sister, may she rest, were very complicated.
Yeah. How old was Allison?
I think a few years older than her, but like a good bit older. I want to say maybe 5 or 6 years older than her.
Okay.
And then Morgan was a couple of years older than Allison was.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mariah was the baby, much like me.
Me too.
Oh, do you think that's why we're all so connected?
Probably.
You, me, and Mariah? I bet that is why.
First, I'm not a reader at all, but I did the audiobook version to hear Mariah's voice.
And Mariah does a great job doing the audiobook. I mean, and the thing is, of course, Brittany wasn't going to do that. She's like, I'm basically retired.
Yeah.
But
and they were like, what actresses do you like, Brittany? And she was like, Michelle Williams.
And they got Michelle on the horn, and Michelle was like, absolutely.
And Michelle was like, yes.
I will do it. I will be there.
Michelle Williams she's always down.
Oh.
Like, as an actress, she's always like, yeah.
If it's like a good role and like narrating the Britney Spears
she's like, fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A great role. I hate to ask, but how did they die? I never found out. I don't think that is public knowledge.
Yeah.
I assume Mariah's mom was
the older
person.
So.
And Allison has had her troubles too. So I don't know, but I don't imagine that either of them, it was a shock for the people around them, especially Mariah's mom. It's like, it sounded like since Mariah spent the week with her and all of this.
Yeah, Mariah was like there.
Yeah.
So
it seems like they knew things had taken a turn possibly. Yeah. Can't wait for the Grammy noms. Oof. I mean, I'm more worried about the Grammy Award night live stream. Like after whoever wins Album of the Year, it's going to be fighting.
Sure.
It's going to be fighting.
Or celebrating.
Or celebrating. But I mean, yes. I feel like no matter what happens, there will be fighting in the chat.
I don't think they'll be fighting. Like, who are we going to fight each other?
Not us, but the chat. We're not the chat.
They're all going to be fighting?
Yeah.
About what?
About like Taylor, Chappell.
Listen, y'all know by now Taylor's not winning Album of the Year. Again. Jesus. It's not considered a front runner. She just won last year. She just won her 4th last year.
Right.
And you know those Grammys, they got short attention spans. They're not voting for all 31 of those tracks. They're like, this is too long.
To lose them both on the same day is crazy. Absolutely. Yeah. Would you rather be snubbed from the win again or the nomination? I mean, there's no way she's not going to get nominated.
She's getting nominated. Yeah. So,
I mean, I'm hopeful that. You mean after? What's it called? After
my mom texted me, who died in Mariah's family? It's like, well, mother, let's listen to the podcast.
Yeah. Billy is def winning. I could see Billy winning, but it's not like Billy's first album where it was like everyone's talking about this album all the time.
Yeah.
It's more like, oh, Birds of a Feather's a hit.
Sure. And I think like this album, people are kind of just like, oh, she really is here to stay. Yes. She is this is such a well done album. Right. So she's getting a lot of critical praise for it, which is great.
Absolutely.
And not praise just because it's like, ooh, this new sound. It's just like, oh no, this is really legitimately like fantastic.
I would say Billy is the biggest competition for B. I agree with that. You talk too fast. Iconic.
No, I meant we're going to be talking about it later in the podcast.
Oh, Jen Walker's such an art. She loves Eternal Sunshine, which I like it too. I like it a lot. Yeah. But I wouldn't put it over Cowboy Carter for me personally.
Pop like vocal album is going to be a bloodbath.
I could see Ari winning.
I could see her, but it's also kind of like there's also Sabrina. There's also maybe Chappell.
Yes.
Like if she qualifies, if this album qualifies, if it came out at a certain time.
Yes.
There's also Taylor.
Yeah.
There's also Billy.
Yes.
I think those are your nominees right there.
It's going to be, a big year.
Or if they throw a man into the mix with like 4 other women, the women might split the vote.
Were there pop men this year?
Are there ever pop men?
I mean, honestly, it's like, I guess Harry Styles comes out every once in a while.
Sure.
You know, people like maybe the kid Leroy. You already talked about Katy Perry's Vanguard. I think we did. We're not talking about it today. I'll tell you that. Eternal Sunshine could win Best Pop Vocal. Absolutely. We Can't Be Friends should win something.
Oh, I would love it if that won something.
I was just listening to, because she put out the single finally on Spotify and the like string only version of that song. You know, I love a string only version.
Do you think they'll give Chappell Best New Artist? I think they could.
Yeah.
I think she stands a very good chance.
It's between her and Sabrina, I imagine.
Yeah.
Is Charli in the mix of Best of Album of the Year? No. I don't think so. Maybe, but y'all like Brad a lot more than I do.
And would it count as pop vocal?
No, I think Charli's gonna win the dance recording, whatever,
or electronic.
That thing that Renaissance won.
Yeah.
I think it'll win that.
Yeah.
I think Katy Perry will win Song of the Year for Women's World.
Hey.
It's good to have dreams.
We all dream big.
The way Dua didn't even get mentioned, it was bad for her. It's just, you know.
That's a good album.
It is a good album. And every era is not going to be a success, and that's okay. That's okay.
What are you going to do?
You know.
It's 2024. There was a plethora of talent.
That's the thing.
This year. So,
you know, you got to try again. Maybe hire other management outside of your dad, because that was what was happening this era.
Is her dad her manager?
Yeah, she fired her whole team from Future Nostalgia and then just had her dad be her manager.
Why would she fire her team from Future Nostalgia when that was such a good era?
Hey, I don't know. I don't know.
All right.
Maybe she felt overworked.
Sure.
I feel Future Nostalgia was great. It is great. Absolutely. No way they'll nominate Charli for Best New Artist. No.
I think that ship has sailed.
Absolutely. I think the longest standing artist who could get nominated in that category is Sabrina.
Which is still quite long.
This is her sixth album.
Poor Dua. It feels like she's been replaced by Sabrina, but there's room for everyone.
They seem to do different things. Did you hear about Fatman Scoop? I did hear about that. Very sad. I'll talk about it. Fatman Scoop was he's the guy at the end of It's Like That. They're like, let's go now. What?
Here we go now.
Yes.
What?
And he's on Missy and Sierra's Lose Control. Just like was a hype man in the mid-aughts in a way that was very invigorating, and he will be missed. And I think he was like 52 or something. It's very sad. Hi from the Telluride Film Festival. Are you there, Jordan?
Oh, Jordan.
Oh
What's
my
good?
gosh.
What have you seen so far?
Oh.
What have you seen?
I prefer Short and Sweet to Eternal Sunshine. I think I might prefer Eternal Sunshine, but they're close.
They're close.
They're close.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think the highs on Eternal Sunshine to me are higher, but I can't even say that the lows are lower. They're both very good.
Yeah. Part of Your Symphony wins Album of the Year. What is Part of Your Symphony?
What's Part of Your Symphony?
I don't know what that is.
Enlighten us.
Did you guys listen to the new Meghan Trainor album? No.
No.
He's also on So Excited, Janet's So Excited remix. Yes.
Sadly, Katy Perry will probably never get a Grammy. She's the Cyndi Lauper of this generation.
The best hype man. Miss him, yes. Fatman Scoop. It just is like 52 is entirely too young.
I know.
Entirely too young. And I think it'll come out what happened. I don't know what happened. I think he was on stage.
Oh, no.
I know. We'll talk about it. It's very sad. But Gaga at the Venice Film Festival this week.
Can't wait to see the first Joker press tour. I know.
I wonder if post this whole Joaquin Phoenix, hates the gays thing, if they'll only trot out Gaga for press for the Joker.
He hates the gays. I think he's scared of
being a gay,
playing a gay. I don't know.
Right. Short and Sweet is good and full of fun bops, but Eternal Sunshine is more artistically satisfying to me. I think Shabuzi has a shot at Record of the Year. I could see that.
Sure. If you've gone shopping, you've probably heard.
The album came out recently. I will say there was a song of hers that I heard somewhere that I was like, oh, this is good. But it hasn't stuck with me. Maybe I'll look and see what the
listen to the album. Get on it.
I love No. That's my Meghan Trainor song. My name is No. My son is No. My number is No. You need to let it go. Make a Move. I think that's the single, and I think it is good.
Okay.
Yes. So, Megan, you got
great
me
job.
there. Wait, has Babylon happened? We'll talk about it.
Okay.
We'll talk about it.
Palmer is just hating Imperfect for You. It's so good. I like Imperfect for You. I'm down for Imperfect for You.
Oh. Do we think R9 is coming before the end of the year? No. Rihanna album? No.
Angelina Jolie and Maria, my most hyped movie after the clips and applause from the Venice Film Festival. I agree. She's fantastic and it could happen, but remember Pablo Larraín's 2 previous films out of the film festival gate, they were just like, oh, Natalie Portman's absolutely going to win for Jackie. She didn't.
Yes.
Then after Spencer, they were like, oh, Kristen Stewart's definitely going to win for Spencer. She just got that nomination. So I don't know, guys. I don't know.
All right.
But I would love for it to be wonderful. Angelina Jolie's great. So,
Talented lady. Going through a lot these days.
Going through a lot.
Yes.
So I don't know, but the thing is like would be going against like Amy Adams I feel like if Night Bitch is very, very good and Amy Adams is great in it, I mean Angelina Jolie has an Oscar, so it would be hard for her to win. Granted, she doesn't have a lead one, but like still it'd be hard, going against like Amy Adams, who notoriously like has yet to win an Oscar.
This is sounding like the Grammy Album of the Year argument.
Sure, yes, it is.
Oh God. The Taste video is more graphic than Babylon. I mean, we'll talk about it. And the Taste video is graphic, and all y'all can be as mad as you want in the comments. That I don't know if I've told everyone publicly. I've said in the Discord, I'm not reading YouTube comments anymore because your comments on that, not you, but like the people's comments on the Taste video are truly insane, like unhinged, like, bitch, this isn't a gore reaction channel. Good thing we're not reviewing horror films all the time. I'm allowed to dislike what I dislike. Someone was like, oh, how are you gay? And you're queasy or squeamish. Pick a struggle. And it's like, bitch, what are you doing? You're commenting on my video because you care what I think. What do you do? Anything of note? Oh, I didn't think so. Goodbye.
And it's kind of just like, oh, you can't handle his reaction to not like enjoying it. It's like, see, we all like and dislike certain things.
Yeah. And
so
maybe you should grow up and find something else to do with your time. In your life, because you're doing it all wrong.
You're doing it wrong.
All wrong.
So sorry about that.
I feel like a lot of music comes out during election years, 2016 with Lemonade, Anti, 2020 with Folklore, Evermore, and Ungodly Hour, 2024 with, well,
everything. I don't believe Palmer is as vanilla as he comes. Like, come on. Juan's calling you out there.
Vanilla as about what? That's I think Juan's talking about something. Disliking someone being impaled on my screen is different than what I think.
But it's a funny impaled.
I don't think impaling is funny. I don't think watching
it is when there's a cute pop song playing over
I love the song. The video looks great when I close my damn eyes. It's a perfect video. If Good Graces is the next Rina single, I'm going to be pissed. That song is it's not. Okay, good. I was like, no, I love Good Graces.
Yeah, Good Graces is fun.
Who knew Sabrina had crazy stands like that? You know what? They have nothing to do with me. I wish them all the best. And if she decides to go into horror, then I won't be meeting her there.
Okay. To be honest, to be frank, it's not surprising. What's not surprising?
What, the stands? I mean, I think everyone's stands are crazy.
Sure.
Like, I say this as a Mariah stan, but I would say, as a lamb, I get a little heated every once in a while.
Oh, yes.
But I'm not looking through things and like commenting.
You're not commenting on
videos when people disagree with my Mariah feelings.
And it's not like it's like, okay, like sometimes stans get crazy if we're like, oh, we don't really like this thing, and they get a little testy.
Right.
Which like also get over that. But like
Charli XCX.
But it's like we're literally complimenting the song and Sabrina, and like, and even you were just like, yeah, the video is well done. I just don't enjoy looking at that.
Right. I don't.
So it's like, what are we complaining about?
Yeah. And it's like, do you want me to apologize? Because it's not going to happen.
No.
Palmer knows how to read somebody, and I love it. Taurus, we are nice, but when you cross the bull, you get the horns. Tell him.
Oh,
Tell him. Love Palmer, but when has he ever been sweet? Bitch, I'm sweet. I'm very fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyone hearing like clicks or snaps? I thought that was my TV, but I'm also hearing it on my phone.
Clicks or snaps? I mean,
like a 90s R&B snap.
Are you guys going to early vote? I am. I can't wait to early vote.
I am day of.
No.
Walking in. Hi, my name is Matthew Steele, and I give my address.
I am mailing it in, and I cannot wait to do so. I just can't wait. I can't wait. It's sad that I'm like super excited to vote.
Oh, you know me. I love fucking voting.
I love voting.
I love pushing that button,
and
the thing goes zzz.
I love being like, oh, I'm on the right side of fucking history.
Let's go.
There's a Trump sign in my neighborhood. Oh. On my walk, I see it. I'm just like, who are you?
She's testing.
How did you get here? What did Deborah Cox say? She did, how did you get here?
Yeah.
What a classic. Which, by the way, everyone always says, and the dance version of that song is great. The original is also great, and we need to put some respect on its name. Everyone's like, oh, the dance remix is so much better. And it's like, I don't know. I think they're both great.
Listen, more than one thing can be great, guys.
Yes.
I'm curious, do you all find Omar Apollo attractive? Yeah.
I saw a comment that I read. It was interesting. Yeah, Omar Apollo attractive.
I don't know who he is, but like he's like one of those people who like for years I was always like, yeah, I see Zendaya on all of these red carpets, and I don't know who the fuck she is.
Now you know she is. Well,
so Omar Apollo is kind of like the gay Twitter version of that, where everyone's talking about it. Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He puts out music.
I'm sure he's great. We should. maybe react to him.
Maybe. I mean, he has, I'd say these days, a bit of a Frank Ocean-esque style. Like later Frank Ocean.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
But we love a queer person doing their artistic
And he's going to be
passion.
in the movie Queer, I think.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I love
so he's an actor now.
Hey, he can do it all.
Just like Dina Jones.
Yes.
So I'll be seeing him in that. Then I'll know. Then I'll be like, okay, now I know who I will have heard Omar Apollo talk.
Right.
Stealing his twink blindness. Is he a twink? I feel like he's older.
He's not old.
I feel like he's like 30.
No, I don't think he's 30 yet.
Oh.
He's young. He's very tall, which maybe makes him look more adult.
Okay.
No, he's young.
He always seems like he's
27.
Oh, it's not a twink. 27.
27's too old.
Please.
Wow. Okay.
We're
Now we
all
know.
adults here.
Now we know it's too old.
Donald.
I know, it's wild.
Omar Apollo is a cool R&B singer. I like him. Definitely not for everybody, but his new album is great.
Good.
Oh, great. Stars.
Carly Rae Jepsen deserves an honorary Grammy.
Let's go.
Sure.
Let's go. You guys should listen to Griff cover Apple by Charli.
Griff, the artist. Okay, I was like, Griff is the name of the song? When I see quotes, that's what I think. But yes, I love Griff. I think Griff is so talented, and I love her song Walk. That is my favorite.
Walk
Griff
is
song.
great.
It's so good.
Deborah Cox is so underrated and needs more attention. Wow, her voice. And Canadian. I didn't know she was Canadian.
Is she Canadian?
I guess.
Yes, she is. Palmer, do you stand any other artist besides Mariah? I mean, Mariah's number one, like period dot. But I would say Beyonce is next on my list. Janet's on my list. Britney would be a discussion.
My mom says, "What's a twink again?"
Oh Lord.
Also, is gender queer? You want to know what gender queer is, Mother? Mom,
no.
you can ask in the chat.
That's true. Someone will tell you.
Don't be afraid to ask in the chat. Twink is a younger gay gentleman. It doesn't have to be gay. It's a gay term. It's a term that gays use to describe usually a younger gentleman who is more slender and hairless. Yeah. And gender queer is you're a little queer about your gender.
Palmer, we started the new season of Only Murders in the Building. Yeah, yes, I like that first episode a lot. My favorite reaction from you guys was Palmer trying his hardest to say something nice about Ethel Cain's record. I didn't hate that record.
We liked it.
Yeah, some of it was.
We're not listening to Ptolemy again, but like the one song, "Oh, don't you want to see the West with me?" or something like that.
Maybe.
Nebraska? No,
It's really hard to remember.
I forget. That song was there was a song in the middle that's like unbelievable. I need to look up the name of it again. Hold on.
Palmer, no shade, but what do you think of all of Mariah's performances being edited? What do you mean all her performances? Because she, we all saw MTV Unplugged. We've seen the Tokyo Dome. We've seen the live clips of her performing on the, Daydream tour. She's done many live performances.
Thoroughfare, I think, is the name of the song that we both
that
loved.
does sound right.
Yeah.
That does sound right.
And then Ptolemy came in. We were just like, what?
Oh, is that the one with the...
Where it's like...
Yeah, that one was
And it's like,
weird.
okay.
Mariah, Janet, Beyonce, Whitney, Jasmine Sullivan are my top fans.
American Teenager is great, too.
Oh, it is absolutely.
Yeah, I need to listen to that album again.
Absolutely. Madonna right behind him. Madonna's up there for me. But I just like Madonna. It's just like I'm not familiar with all of her albums. Like you go so far back at a point that I'm like I don't know what this is. But when we get to Ray of Light,
27 is too old for steel. No, I said that's too old to be a twink.
No, certainly not too old for steel.
Yeah, no.
Might be too young.
A little bit. Because I'm older than 27.
Some would say you're a dinosaur. Twink equals Troye Sivan. Great. Now we know.
But Troye Sivan is old now, too. Isn't he like 30 or something?
Jesus Christ. You make me look up all these twinks and their ages. Well, what age do you think is the cutoff?
I don't know. I guess it's not an age thing. It's an attitude thing.
None of these rules are real.
None of these rules are real, guys.
Yeah, he's 29.
29. Okay. As a vocalist, I'm so surprised Palmer doesn't stand Gaga. Still, you need to really convince her.
I like Gaga. And I actually just watched her VMA performance of Paparazzi today. Classic.
Gaga gives you reason to stand.
Talented.
Yes.
Very talented young lady. And I was so in.
But what are we also, what are we considering stan? Like, you named the top three
Right.
who you would give everything for.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I feel like that counts as standing, as opposed to just like, oh, I really love this person.
No, it's more like...
It's like, I will go on the internet and fight for them in the message boards, mariahillusion.com.
I mean, but I don't even do that anymore. If we're talking about being too old for things.
Yeah, sure.
Too old for fighting in the comments, absolutely. I think it's just, I am always going to hope for and believe that they will deliver me the best. And I care about their work the most when it comes out.
Yeah.
It's not to say I...
blindly like everything they do.
Love everything. No, you know me. I'm able to say the songs of like the original Portrait before we got that dance mix. Portrait wasn't for me, and that's me being a Mariah stan.
Yeah.
It's good to be able to criticize your faves.
But if someone were to be like, "Oh, how do you feel about Mariah's edited performances?" You will have something to say.
I will have something to say, absolutely, because that doesn't make sense. Vision of Love Zurich is a favorite of mine. Absolutely, one of her best Vision of Love performances. This is on the Charm Bracelet tour.
My mom is only in the know about pop music nowadays because of channels like yours.
Oh,
Girl, I'm only in the know of pop music these days because of channels like mine.
Just think, if it weren't for 2K Mats, you wouldn't know about Chappell Roan.
Steele, who are your top 3 Broadway beltresses? I can't say that beltresses are what I gravitate towards in musical theater. I gravitate towards personality, but
which you could guess.
But Carol Channing counts as everything you would want in a Broadway star. She belts.
Who?
Carol Channing.
Oh.
She belts.
Can
she does it all.
Talk to YouTube about why they are always feeding me shorts about Eminem? Oh, I don't know. You got to turn that YouTube off and turn it back on. That's not good.
Refresh that. Blow into it.
At least once a week, I will wake up in the middle of the night and suddenly wonder why Palmer hates the iconic masterpiece that is Bionic. I mean, Bionic has its moments. I think You Lost Me is Christina's best song.
Woohoo's fun.
Woohoo's fun.
Yeah.
I like Vanity.
Yeah, that's a great song.
For vanity.
Yeah.
Every time you look at me.
Audra.
It's the cheap production and bad songs. If
Okay.
if that's helpful.
Heard the Spice Girls on the radio today. Steele, thought of you before I switched
the station.
Juan, you're losing. East is winning here. You guys should listen to Emerson Azarian.
I don't know Emerson.
All right. A twink is between the ages of 18 and 30. You Lost Me is great. It is. Yes, Trey.
Yes,
Vanity?
Michael Smith. Vanity is great.
Vanity.
Every time I look at me, I turn myself on.
Did someone say Vanity? Yes, we did.
I mean, that's a great song. There's like a handful of songs that are great on Bionic, but like I just don't understand the fervor around the fans of that album. I just don't. I don't hear what you're hearing. I think Linda Perry should never do dance music.
Prima Donna is my jam. I thoughts on Travis Scott versus Sabrina album. I don't know what.
Oh, they're fighting for number 1.
Oh, okay.
And have like re-released their albums a million times in the week.
Justice for Bionic. Glam too.
Glam's okay.
Yes, Beyonce is the GOAT, but she is wrong for not having visuals. That tour doesn't count.
That's funny. Justice for Glam. Hello. Glam is good. You guys are going to come around one day. Look at us knowing specific Vision of Love performances. Hey, you asked if I was a stan, and the answer is yes.
Did y'all guys see Nicki's man calling us the F slur on live right next to her?
It wasn't us. I wasn't watching. But yeah, I did see that. Just wild. Like, that whole relationship is wild.
Lift Me Up is my fave on Bionic.
People do like Lift Me Up.
I don't remember Lift Me Up.
That's okay.
Okay.
It's got moments. Bionic has moments.
Well, maybe I should take his word, not yours.
Well, I can't wait till you listen to it.
All right.
And tell us all your feelings.
All right, and Michael Smith agrees. Lift Me Up.
What do you think of a what?
What do you think of a?
Not cool.
Not cool.
Is that someone mad about Bionic or the F slur? Who knows? People have the same level of anger.
We're all talking about 5,000 different things.
We are.
Oh, another Lift Me Up stand.
Lift Me Up is also good. I mean, I remember when she sang it at like the CNN, some sort of CNN event, but then she also sang Beautiful, and she had this great rendition of Beautiful that was like a kind of new arrangement.
Huh?
Iconic. What do you think of Taylor releasing all these extra songs?
She released more songs?
I don't think she has recently.
Do you guys prefer Rina or Chappell?
If we're just talking Rina's first album, I think that album is stronger than Chappell's album. I guess I'm more excited to see where Chappell goes next.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just because this will be Chappell's second album,
Yes.
and the second album is always kind of like a
Yeah, what are we doing?
piece of excitement,
Yes.
like just like what's gonna happen. Love them both.
Love them both.
Why are we pitting women against each other? We can love both.
Is it just when he doesn't feel like answering or what?
No, I truly don't know. It's like, because I mean, Sawayama is.
Sawayama's. It's like its
just
own
like,
level.
where did this come from?
Yes,
Like,
Sawayama is unbelievable.
yeah.
What's an album you hated at first but grew on you? An album I hated at first.
Hated is
strong. I don't think I hated an album and it grew on me in my head. What is your dream job? Oh, wow. I mean, doing this full time, it sounds lovely.
Sounds lovely.
So we could have time to do other shit.
Yeah.
Pursue our dreams.
So I could have time to do my dream job.
Exactly.
Which is just hanging out with Best Supporting Actress Oscar winners.
That's a beautiful dream job. Need to listen to Rina more. I'm telling you, Sawayama. Excellent record.
You guys don't like it? I think Hold the Girl is great. I think people are too hard on Hold the Girl.
I think Hold the Girl, I like a lot of, there are good songs on Hold the Girl.
I think there's like one too many like 80s-ish ballads on
Yes.
Hold the Girl.
Yes.
If she just like maybe got rid of like one of them.
Yeah.
Then it would be better, stronger overall. But I still think there's like really fucking great stuff on Hold the Girl.
There is absolutely great stuff on Hold the Girl. I just think after Sawayama, the
It's
album
difficult.
itself it's hard to live up to that. And,
Sure.
you know, she did her best. That's right, to steal justice for Hold the Girl. I like that song. I like the title track. Let me look at the track list.
Title track. There's Send My Love to John.
That
which
song
I think
is
is
nice.
fucking excellent.
Yes.
This Hell is fucking great.
This Hell is great.
This Hell is great.
Frankenstein, I remember liking.
Frankenstein is fucking great. Holy Till You Let Me Go, I fucking love. Imagining is great. Oh, Your Age. Your Age. Your Age.
I need to re-listen to that. I don't remember.
Oh,
it.
Your Age is great.
Yes, there are high points. Absolutely. Rina literally has zero misses on the whole. I don't think that's wrong. Frankenstein and Hold the Girl is maybe the best in her discography. Frankenstein, I
It's
love.
great. I think Hold the Girl is great, just not as good as Sawayama, but I hope that third album reinvigorates her more.
Absolutely. I agree with everything you
What
said.
are you going to be
Dylan.
for Halloween? Oh, no.
We don't really dress up for Halloween. That's
I'm
not
gonna
really
be-
our thing.
I'll be wearing this.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be like, I'm a dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
I'm a dinosaur. Do you see? Justice for
for
Hold the
Girl.
Girl.
All
We
right.
never said anything mean about Hold the Girl.
No, we liked Hold the Girl.
We liked it. Hold the Girl is solid.
I remember seeing something on like Twitter that had posted a clip of This Hell and someone saying, I don't care what anyone says. I don't care like what all of you say. This song is great. And so many people were just like, oh my God, this song was never good, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, did people not
No,
like
This
This
Hell is
Hell?
great.
This Hell is great.
Palmer, I'd say you stand Taylor. She has become you guys' most talked about artist after Mariah and Britney. Well, Taylor, like, we wouldn't be doing our jobs correctly if we didn't talk about Taylor. I have loved her, absolutely. I think on the whole of her discography, I would not call myself a stan, but I would say to say she's not an excellent songwriter would be
a lie.
A lie. Yeah. So I would not put myself in that category.
Steele should be Angela for Halloween. That's too complex for me. I got to find those glasses. I'm tired. I do have a blonde wig though. Steele, you're a theater kid and you're not going to dress up on the day to dress up. I like dressing up when I'm in a theater and people are actively watching me and clapping for me. Not when everyone else is dressing up.
I do stand Speak Now and I stand Fearless.
Yeah.
Classics.
This chat makes me feel like a boomer. I don't know half of these albums. It's okay. It's okay, East. We're kind of there with you. There are some days where I'm just like, what are they talking about?
I know, right? The last time I dressed up for Halloween was back in elementary school. Love it. All right, should we get to the podcast?
Yeah, sure. Hold on. What did I do this week?
I know, right, Sam? Not a lot.
All right, guys. Burr, I'm cold.
Are you cold?
It's September.
I know, that's
It's
true.
And even though it isn't autumn yet.
It isn't, but it's on the way.
It's creeping around the corner. Even though like September and October in LA are like the hottest months in LA, like
Muna
objectively.
told us.
Muna told us. Why is it so hot in LA in
know.
late October?
October.
What a bridge.
Yes, but I think we all know about me at this point. Summer's cool. Like summer, I love for a good like 3 weeks, and I'm like, okay, enough. Like
Okay.
it just is too hot, and like the fact that I'm looking and I'm seeing another heat wave coming this week. Like I believe in my neck of the woods, Thursday it's gonna have a high of 100.
Yeah, where I live, where it's cooler, it's a high of 90. So I'm
Disgusting.
going to be a little cooler, but still miserable.
Still miserable. And it's like, so when autumn really begins and when I can go to fucking Trader Joe's and get my spiced apple cider, which by the way, they need to keep into winter months and they don't, they get rid of it like December 1st and I hate that. But the fact that it's going to become available, I believe this week, I'm on a high.
You're thriving.
I'm thriving. I already have pumpkin spice fucking iced coffee in the fridge. I'm just living my autumn dream. I'm that kind of girl.
I mean, you can make this shit for yourself any month of the year.
Yes, but they don't give me the like already pumpkin
Make
spice.
your
in it.
own. Make your own recipe, and then you don't have to spend the money.
Hey, I'm not freaking making recipes. You're the last one to talk. You cook nothing.
Well, I don't give a shit about this stupid
Hey,
nonsense
I
like
have-
pumpkin spice.
Well, you can't give me things to do when I could just get them from the store and wait till autumn.
You
Thank
can't
you
get
so
it in
much.
December.
I know. That's why I'm going to stock up. I'm going to have 10 locked up in my closet. Get ready.
All right, Matt
Hoarding.
Palmer. His hoarding era begins September 1st,
It
ladies
does.
and gentlemen.
I'm ready for it. Okay, let me. Some of you will get an ad.
Ad.
Oh, and some of you won't. Yes, I love the fall. Yes, apple cider. Still, you could pass off the charcuterie.
Get mad at other people for eating it. I love it.
I love fall just means we have Happy New Month. Apple juice and cinnamon. Oh, no.
Apple juice and cinnamon.
There's something seasonable about the plastic stain. That's a part of it. The warm up for the body is usually fine. Hey, we got to practice.
The warm up and the cool down,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen.
It's good, you know. You got to get it out.
All right.
You want to start?
Oh, please, you start.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I beg of you.
Okay, all right. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Two Game Mats, the podcast. It's Matt Palmer.
And it's Matt Steele.
And I hope everybody out there is doing amazingly well this new month, this new September, this long weekend. Happy Memorial Day?
Oh,
Labor
honey.
Day?
No, baby.
Labor Day?
Labor Day, yes.
Whichever, who's to say?
You know, you didn't remember that.
I mean, who cares?
Listen, as a laborer who
Yeah.
actually does not get off on Labor Day,
It seems like you should.
well, you know, people got to eat. So, everyone, I just want to let you know, be nice to your laborers on Labor Day, especially
Yes.
if they are still working at whatever restaurant you are going to. Please be kind to them and do not be over demanding.
Are
and
people
tip them
demanding
well.
on a holiday to you?
Oh, they're demanding every day. They're more annoying. They're a little like customers at a restaurant are a little more careless on a holiday where like they actively like do things that inconvenience you without realizing it. Like
Oh.
they come as a big group of people and then like walk around from table to table and like order stuff at different tables that they're not sitting at, like stuff like
okay.
that, and just
Yeah.
casually being like, oh, my kid wants like 3 shakes, can you split them all in half of them have whipped cream, blah, blah, blah. Like stuff like that. And not realizing like they don't realize like, oh, this restaurant is packed because they're in holiday mode and
Right.
they're like, it's the day off, we're all having fun, right? No, we're not all having fun on this Monday holiday.
Hey.
I love how I get on the podcast every Sunday but more for a Monday holiday,
You
and I'm
do,
just like,
and you-
tomorrow's gonna be bad.
Well, tomorrow's going to be great for me. I do not have work on Monday, and also my new job is is the job where I have every other Friday off, and so I also have this Friday off, and
Ooh.
so it's a 3-day work week. But horrible news for me.
No.
I actually have to go into the job physically 2 days this week.
Oh, iconic. I love going into a job.
I hate it, and I just like it's also like all the way across town. Like I have to get there at 9, and I believe it's going to take me about an hour and a half, which like I realize this is so many people's normal situations, and like I feel for you absolutely, but I'm just saying I don't want to be leaving my house at 7:30 in the morning. I believe I'm going to have to do that on both Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay, well, I will be on my feet making milkshakes all day on Monday. So if you can be sitting on your butt all day, whatever day this is.
Wednesday and Thursday.
Oh, no.
I have to drive. You don't
You're
feel
gonna-
bad for
with
me?
the air con blowing on your beautiful face.
But it's an hour and a half. An hour and a half. An hour and a half.
Oh, no.
It's tough being
An
me.
hour and a half to make that big old wage with your benefits.
Hey, these are jobs available to you that you're not interested in.
Listen, don't think I haven't tried applying for for a job that gives me benefits, ladies and
Right,
gentlemen.
that's true.
But it's not in the cards for me. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year, but hey, we'll just be sitting right here, and our job will be sitting here on our asses talking to each other.
That's true. Are we going to get benefits from that, though?
no.
There's no union for
Yeah,
podcasters,
does
guys.
Patreon have
Ladies and
benefits
gentlemen,
package?
I am a member of 2 unions, though. SAG and Actors Equity.
They should give you something.
Oh, well, you got to like actually book things to to get some of those benefits.
You got that show on that channel that we're not supposed to mention.
Oh, sweet.
Yes.
I got 1 day of work. All I need is like several more to qualify for the health insurance. But
Maybe
you know
next
what?
year.
Maybe next year.
Yes, Matt Steele.
Yeah.
How was your week?
My week was good.
Yes.
It was nice. We did a photo shoot this week.
We did.
With my friend Arthur, who is a very, very talented photographer, ABM Photography, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
And it was fun because for years, Matt Palmer was just like, I love Arthur's pictures. I want him to take our picture so we can have like promotional pictures for 2 Gay Mats. And we finally like got around to doing it on Thursday, which was very fun. I was like, how many outfits are you bringing, Matt Palmer? And he was like, I'm bringing 3. And so I was like, okay, I'll bring 3 too. And whenever I do a photo shoot, I'm always like, okay, I'll bring like 3 or 4. It ends up being like 13. And I'm just like, wait, but maybe like this shirt with this combo pant would be better. Like I have to like see what works, you know? So lugging all that stuff downtown is never fun, but it was worth it.
Yes.
We had a great photo shoot.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to see them. I don't know. What else? What did you do this week?
I mean, I didn't do that much. We are going to Spain in a couple of weeks. And so I'm kind of in my like, okay, let me sit on my hands a little bit mode. I don't want to be going out and spending a lot of money because going to Spain is going to cost a lot of money, and thus we want to just like keep all the money in.
Europe's expensive.
Europe is expensive.
I went to Copenhagen. Girl, that food was expensive, and the 5G in that city. Terrible.
Oh,
terrible.
Is it really?
Oh, horrible.
Oh, no. I guess I got to get ready.
It was nice, though.
I'm excited for the trip, absolutely. But yeah, so this past weekend, we stayed in a little bit. And then tomorrow, I am seeing some friends. I'm going to be seeing my friend Sarah and also Matt Bridges in town, which I didn't realize. And he is going to be in the area. And so I think we're going to run into him and see him in a park with his new dog.
Oh, nice.
Boogie. Boogie?
Boogie,
okay.
Boogie, yes. Oh, I also saw a play this week.
Oh,
I saw my coworker was in a play called The Pillow Man. It's a Martin McDonough play. It was on Broadway in like 2005.
Yes.
And I always wanted to see it because it looked very creepy and cool.
Yes.
Like it's kind of like a horror-ish suspense play. And so I finally got to see a production of that. And my friend Will was really, really great in it. So that was really fun. It made me. I saw the invited dress rehearsal, and I was the only one in the audience because it was the dress because like I couldn't make the Friday, Saturday, or Sunday shows,
Right.
And so he was like, "Oh well, you can come to the invited dress," and I ended up being the only one at the invited dress. So they performed the entire show for me, so I felt kind of special.
That's very special.
I know I am special, aren't I?
I also watched a movie that is not quite my Give Me Moments because I watched something else. But the movie that I watched and do want to give a shout out to is Hitman. It's the Glenn Powell movie.
Oh, you saw it?
I did. He and Richard Linklater wrote it. I believe, did Richard Linklater direct it or something? I don't know who directed it.
I don't remember.
But the movie's good.
Okay.
And it's interesting. It is dark. It's about 2 hours, but like keeps your attention the whole time. It's about this guy who basically is like a techie person, but ends up and like he begins like on his off time from his day job of being a professor. He has to fill in for this guy who basically acts as a fake hitman for cops and is like trying to get people to pay for a hitman to kill someone. And then as soon as he leaves the scene, the cops come in and arrest them and whatever. And so a lot happens. He does this kind of thing with a girl who happens to be very beautiful.
Oh no.
And she wants to hire a hitman.
Oh
and
no.
then he goes on and says, basically, like, you don't want to do this. You don't want to kill your husband. And, like, so she doesn't kill the husband, but then they start dating. But he's created this entire character who's not his real person.
Oh, no.
So he has to pretend to be Ron and, like, date this very pretty girl. And wackiness ensues, craziness ensues, darkness ensues. But it was interesting. It was good.
It's always so hard when you want to kill your husband and, like, you fall in love with the hitman.
I know. It also, the most unbelievable part of the film, as something that is all very outlandish, is, like, so weird to believe that Glenn Powell is a nerd because his hair is like slicked back. He's wearing glasses and jean shorts. That's all you got,
nerd.
Guys. That was very she's all that.
But also,
coded.
when did jean shorts become nerdy?
I don't
I want to
know.
say the last like 2 years when I started wearing my like cut off jean shorts. Like people, they don't say it with any malice, but they look and they go, "Oh, jean shorts," and I'm like, yeah. Like what other kind of shorts are like? I feel like a lot of shorts are in the denim category.
Right,
you
but
know?
yeah, something about the jean shorts, and like they weren't cut off either. They had the like hem around the knee. They were like a certain length. They were supposed to be giving nerd, but it was truly like, guys, we've not thought of anything better than glasses since she's all that to make a hot person seem like a nerd. It's like that part was the least believable, and this is a movie in which people are hiring hitmen, and like but he's dressing up as something different every single time. And I have to admit something to you.
Oh no!
Because after we were recording this podcast, we had a plan. To discuss Babylon, because that is next up on our Patreon request list. So if you want to become a patron and see us discuss that movie, go to patreon.com/2gaymats. Definitely do that. Just have to say, it's a holiday weekend. I was hanging out with my boyfriend. I turned to Jackson. I was like, hey, do you want to watch Babylon? And he said, no. So I didn't watch it. We'll have to record this video on Thursday.
Oh, well, another day, another disappointment from Matt Palmer. Clearly, he's not dedicated to the patrons like I am.
3 hours for a film that is notoriously not everyone's favorite is a lot. I'll do it before Thursday, but it's a holiday weekend for me. God damn it.
Well, it's not for me. And I went to work and I watched Babylon on Wednesday. It was my third time seeing it all the way through. And ladies and gentlemen, and spoiler alert for the patron review, it still holds up.
Oh my shock. Everyone
I'm
is
like
so fucking shocked.
I'm low key like I want to watch it again.
Oh my God. Well, I will be watching it at some point before Thursday, but I just had to come out and be honest because honesty is the best policy.
It is, isn't it?
And speaking of the patrons, I believe the voting has now closed on what we want to watch for our next $10 plus live stream, and it looks like we will be watching Beyonce's Lemonade. It has very barely edged out Mariah Carey's Live at Tokyo Dome performance from 1996.
By one vote.
By one vote. It was a 51% versus 49%. Before that last person voted for Lemonade, I was absolutely going to say, I was going to be the Kamala Harris, the vice presidential person who comes in when the Senate has tied and was just like, I choose Mariah.
Well, the people chose instead.
They did. And they chose. The thing is, unlike the election, we had two great options. And so I'm excited to watch Lemonade with all of you very soon.
Yeah. So, and this goes to show, guys, voting is important.
It is.
So make sure you are registered and that you vote for Kamala Harris. Thank you so
much.
She is both Lemonade and Mariah at Tokyo Dome.
Absolutely. She's the only options we would give you. We'd never give you something as terrible as that other option on the ballot. Which, by the way, did you see that RFK is on some of the ballots?
Yeah.
Iconic. So good. I hope he steals votes from that awful, evil man. Like, what a piece of shit. Okay. Should we jump in? Should we jump into News Radio?
Yeah, let's go for it. Why not?
I mean, usually we don't start with things that are too terribly sad, but because something sad happened to my favorite artist of all time, we're going to be opening with it. Miss Mariah Carey has confirmed to People magazine that her mother, Patricia, and her sister, Allison, both died on the same day over the weekend. She basically is saying that her heart is broken. She appreciates everyone's love and support and respect for my privacy during this impossible time. In a tragic turn of events, my sister lost her life on the same day. I feel blessed that I was able to spend the last week with my mom before she passed. I appreciate everyone's love. I just want to say, it's just such a heart-wrenching story, like a heart-wrenching tale. If you did read her book, The Meaning of Mariah Carey, which came out back in 2020, you'll know that her relationship with both her mother and her sister was very complicated. And I'm glad that she got to spend that week with her mom, and hopefully they were able to come to a beautiful understanding, a mutual respect, because again, they've been through a lot of ups and downs, but Mariah will be the first to say that like her mother was the one that introduced her to music. She was the one that had music in the house all the time, had like other musicians in the house just playing piano and singing along with a very young Mariah and her mother, Patricia, growing up. So of course she would always give her that love, even if they had that complex relationship. It seems like from the phrasing of this statement and from where they were when the book was written, I don't imagine that Mariah reconciled with her sister. But to that I say, let's not judge familial relationships even in someone's passing. It's of course no one's place to like speak ill of the dead, but also if someone is in a situation that they feel is not healthy, not conducive, if it has come to the point that they have chosen no contact, that is acceptable. We as a society are so about like familial relationship. And while of course that is the ideal, if someone's like the only way I can be safe and healthy is without this person in my life, we need to respect that, because I've seen some talk online of like, oh, Mariah should have done X, Y, and Z to like repair this relationship, or to have done more than she did. Which again, read the book and you'll get it. I just want us all to give her the privacy and the respect, and like not have comments like that out into the world, because if you read that book, it is
it's like
trying.
You don't know what she should have done.
You don't.
You are not in this position.
You don't.
Still, I'm glad that it seems like she was with her mother like for her last week. So it seems like there was at least some sort of bridge there.
Absolutely.
So I'm very, very happy about that, because, even though I wouldn't tell someone like what they should do or judge anyone for doing anything, or what they feel like they need to do.
Right.
I do like to see families, especially, and friends, like I like to see anyone make whatever amends they can make. I know the stories of the sister in the book were very, very difficult to hear.
They were.
And but I remember in the article, didn't it just? I want to say I read later on that it wasn't necessarily that the sister was having health problems in the leading up to her death. I wonder if that was a shock as well. I mean, it happening on the same day is a shock.
Of course, absolutely.
Objectively.
All I know is that Allison has had a troubled life in general. Like since 1990, like since Mariah was out, like I knew that this person was going through a lot, and there were a lot of things in her life that could have led down a road of an earlier death. Because again, she was like early 60s, 62, I believe someone said. Like that is not an age in which you would imagine, oh, someone just died of natural causes. But again, she had a very tough life, went through a lot. It just is a horrible situation. Also goes to show, like when Mariah was in Vegas, like a few months ago, people were like, she looks sad on stage. Like what's going on? There was a lot of like people coming up with ideas and conspiracy theories. And like, I'm not innocent. I was like, maybe this, Brian breakup's really getting to her, whatever. But the fact that she probably knew at that point her mother was nearing the end of her life. Like you just never know what people are going through. And it's best that even if they are, someone in your life, if they're celebrities, like we need to give everyone that space, the benefit of the doubt, because you never know what people are dealing with. And like at the core of their person, all we see is what they show to us. So it's just devastating. And, I just feel for Mariah going through this, and like this is a time of year in which she's about to be very busy. Like she already has shows booked like overseas. I'm sure around Christmas time she's going to be everywhere. And I'm like, if you want to take this Christmas off, Mariah, like we will be fine. Like we already have the recording of All Over Christmas Is You. Take whatever time you need. It just is such a heartbreaking event. This is a person who's, she's now a mother. She has kids to take care of, so she can't like completely fall apart. But like to have both your mother and sister pass the same exact day has just got to be so overwhelming.
Devastating. And going through like both of those like deaths like at the same time, like nearing those, like knowing if she didn't know that also her sister wasn't doing well. Like that's such a load to bear.
For sure.
And so, I mean, hopefully, she will take these next couple months to like do what she needs to do for herself. Maybe Christmas time will, bring some happiness back in her life.
True.
She loves Christmas, so maybe that will help her feel better. Though also like Christmas time, there are moments of Christmas where you're like sad just about anything, because it's like such a nostalgic time of year.
Yes.
And so, I mean, we all listen to Miss You Most at Christmas time.
She was
feeling deep feelings during Christmas when she was, 24. And so I hope that this is a lovely, peaceful season for her. It's devastating.
It's devastating. We're sending all the love we have to Mariah, to her kids, to her family. It's just so awful that she's going through this, and we love her forever. All right, left turn alert. MTV.
MTV, guys.
The VMAs have introduced a new category called the Most Iconic Performance, which is like, let's go back in the past, go back to VMAs past, and like discuss. These are the nominations for the most iconic VMA performance.
Is this like an every year they're going to award this?
That's not been made clear to me. It just says has introduced a new category for this year's ceremony, but it seems like
you can't vote on a bunch of things that happen in history like every year.
And,
It's
right. And then have new nominees.
I
don't fully get.
We're going to run out of iconic, but whatever. Who cares?
The nominees are
yes,
Beyonce, Love on Top. That is the performance where she announced that she was pregnant with Blue. She's going to turn, whatever. Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Madonna, and Missy Elliott. Don't forget, like a virgin in Hollywood. This is, of course, when Britney and Madonna and Christina and Madonna, don't forget those two, kissed on stage.
Christina did kiss Madonna as well.
You might have missed it because they were panning at Justin. I just rewatched that performance today. Also, The Real Slim Shady and The Way I Am from Eminem. No, don't know anything about that. Katy Perry's Roar, which I'm like, I have no memory of her performing that song.
I remember she was in a boxing ring.
Okay.
I remember that.
Okay.
I do remember that time.
Lady Gaga's Paparazzi.
I mean.
We'll come back to it. Madonna's Like a Virgin, which is absolutely an iconic performance.
Absolutely.
That was the one that was being referenced in the Britney Christina Madonna one. This is when Madonna's in the wedding dress and kind of grinding on the floor while singing Like a Virgin. Very sexy, big deal. Taylor Swift, You Belong With Me, which I believe she was like partially in the subway and like came outside.
Cute.
Guys, I have many thoughts.
Okay.
Of the ones listed, it has to be either Britney Christina Madonna and Missy or Gaga Paparazzi.
I mean, I'm not discounting Madonna solo in the wedding dress.
I'm not discounting.
Because I mean, they reference the wedding stuff in the Britney Christina.
Sure.
Like there wouldn't be that without the original Madonna.
That
performance.
is true. I just think, I mean, of course, that performance reverberated all over the world, and we weren't alive when it happened. But it also, just looking back on it, is a little like bare bones of a performance. It's not as many like giant sets and like.
Was it making headlines like the Britney, Madonna, and Christina kiss?
And the thing is, I think the answer to that question is yes. Like people were so scandalized by her grinding on that floor.
Fair.
Where I think the answer to that question is yes. But I think yes, those would be my final three.
But also, like, I just want to say before anything, the fact that there isn't a Britney solo performance nominated, the fact that Roar is here. The fact that
shocking.
I don't know anything about this Taylor Swift You Belong With Me performance.
Shocking.
The fact that Britney solo, Britney either with Banana the Snake or Britney ripping her
Not
shit.
you naming the snake.
I mean, obviously Banana's an icon. Where's Banana's VMA?
Good question.
Or Britney like ripping off the suit and having it be the nude.
Yes, that cat
like,
can't get no satisfaction going in.
Or like honestly, like Britney, give me more. Like that's an iconic VMA performance, but like for different reasons. But yeah, the fact that Britney is not there solo is infuriating.
Absolutely insane. And like maybe the reason that they've held this back is because A, she's nominated with Madonna, but Madonna's nominated twice if we're counting that.
Yeah.
Or B, maybe they are going to do this category again. But like I would put both of those Britney performances over all of these nominees. Personally, especially the Oops one. Like I know the world is very into that Slave for You performance, and it's amazing. The snake's amazing. She looks unbelievable. But that Oops performance, like for me personally, my mind was so insanely blown.
She's just standing in that spaceship spinning thing, shaking, shaking her body, and it's like, this is art. This is art.
Absolutely, was art. So. We're going to see who wins.
Yeah,
who would you vote for between our final three?
It would be the Kiss or Lady Gaga Paparazzi.
Yeah.
I mean, Lady Gaga Paparazzi is such... like that is a performance unlike any other.
And the thing is, I watched both performances today just thinking about this topic, and I was like, okay, the Kiss is amazing. And like, of course, it was all we were talking about ever. Like a Virgin is excellent. And when Christina comes in and is just belting that song out,
I know.
She's just like a virgin. It's just unbelievable. But the song Hollywood is not good. Okay. And that's fine. I like American Life. The song is not great. And a lot of the performance is Hollywood. And also when Missy comes out, it's like, wait, why is Missy here?
Well, why not?
So for me, I would say Oops over everything, but I would also say of what's nominated, I would give it to Gaga.
But see, also, are we counting like Video Vanguard performances? Because Beyonce's Video Vanguard performance of performing the entire self-titled album is unreal. But then also Beyonce doing Lemonade at the VMAs is unbelievable. unbelievable.
Which, by the way, I have to say, if anyone from MTV is watching, the fact that you do not have these performances in HD, if not 4K, readily available on YouTube is insane. The amount of hoops I had to jump through to watch that paparazzi performance on my TV, I think I was streaming it from Reddit, and I'm like, why is this not available to me? Like, the fact that those two performances specifically are like kind of lost to time. It's
I
like,
know.
Why?
They're lost to time, like Christina kissing Madonna. No one knows that it happened.
I know. It was very sad.
But I remember those Beyonce performances happen.
And they were
unbelievable.
So yes, if we're talking 20-minute performances count, Beyonce needs to be up there. Absolutely. So I'm excited to see who wins. If they give it to Eminem or something.
Who's voting on this? Oh, it's
don't know.
VMAs the people vote, right? Do they?
I actually don't. I don't know how the VMAs
I don't remember how this works.
All I know is I'll be watching Chappell Roan's performance. That is my most exciting moment, is going to be watching Chappell Roan do a live performance on a VMA stage, because it could be, I mean, not to put too much pressure on the girl, but I'm expecting Gaga paparazzi level.
Okay. Okay.
I'm expecting, like, this is when you need to do the shit. This is when you need
This is
to
when
do
you
it.
make your mark.
Yes.
This is who I am, and that is what Lady Gaga did when she stood on that stage and started bleeding.
And the
yes.
fact that you watch it and it's like, she hasn't even put out Bad Romance yet.
I know.
It's
I know.
just-
And she's just changing the melody up and just scream like the passion with which she sings is so fantastic.
Yes.
And she's just hanging from that thing. And she's like, I'm gonna play this piano randomly with my leg up on it.
And when she gets off that piano and is bleeding out, you're just like,
And the sound of the booze. The sound of the booze and the gasps from the audience,
because I mean, they were all just like, "Oh, it's so good."
It's nuts.
If you can figure out a way to watch that performance, please do it.
She knew what to do that day.
She did.
She was just like, "This is what you need to do to solidify yourself."
And she did it.
And she did.
Oh,
what a time!
moment! We were in New York.
I know.
Like
We were in
it
New
was
York.
happening in our backyard.
We were so gay.
So good. Oh, okay.
What's next?
Charli XCX.
Yes.
Apparently was interviewed for, was it at the Today Show? Oh, no, it was an interview with New York Magazine about the song Sympathy is a Knife, which is, sounds like it's about Taylor at a point.
Oh, great song.
And she's asked, came up as about the song was, there's a question about the song and speculation that it's about Taylor Swift. Charli says, people are going to think what they want to think. The song is about me and my feelings and my anxiety and the way my brain creates narratives and stories in my head when I feel insecure and how I don't want to be in those situations physically when I feel self-doubt. When asked if she'd considered leaving out the lyric about don't want to see her backstage at my boyfriend's show, she simply said, no.
This is so 2Gay Mats coded.
It's amazing.
Like, this is exactly the answer she needed to give. It's like the people who are just like yelling at us when we like maybe talk over a couple lyrics in a song that we're reacting to. And they're just like, I can't even hear the song. I can't even hear the song. And it's like, well, actually, this show, 2Gay Mats, is about us.
Yeah. It's actually about me.
It's actually about like us and our friendship and like consuming this stuff together as friends and not specifically about said thing.
Yes.
And when people are like, you need to do this, you need to change how you do this, it's just like, no.
We're not going to.
No.
We've been doing this for 12 fucking years.
Yeah.
We're not going to change.
Like, guys, and I get it, a lot of your favorite reactors, not to make this about us and not Chappell, not Charli XCX, who we're actively talking about right now, but like when people are like, oh, well, you need to stop the songs when you want to say something, and like how some reactors do, it's just like that is like trying to do a reaction to or like a review of a roller coaster, and like after you go down the big drop you're just like stop. Okay, what I liked about that was the acceleration. It's like no, the point of a song is you plow through and your experience on the journey.
Absolutely.
So like if we miss a couple lyrics, that's okay. Anyway, back to Charli XCX.
My favorite thing that she said that I'm going to butcher because I don't have the exact quote in front of me is after that she basically, the interviewer didn't ask any follow-up questions and she's like, I know you're doing the silent game and I know that this is something journalists do to like see if I'll answer more to your question, and I'm not going to. We can sit here and have it be awkward. Icon. It's like, okay, I am mad at all of her fans, but Charli, you better work. And then so they reached out to Taylor, and Taylor told the magazine, I've been blown away by Charli's melodic sensibilities since I first heard Stay Away in 2011. Her writing is surreal and inventive always. She just takes a song to places you wouldn't expect her to go, and she's been doing it consistently for over a decade. I love to see hard work like that pay off. And there's now a rumor that there's going to be a Sympathy as a Knife remix with Taylor Swift.
Oh, well. Well.
And that would be truly iconic.
Would
I mean,
really
it'd be the
great.
next best thing to her doing that Olivia duet that I wanted.
Oh, yeah.
For the Grudge. But if she's not going to do that, she's got to jump on
this. Jump on this,
I
Taylor.
mean, it would make me laugh if she did put out the supposed remix, some remix of some song with Katy Perry, because everybody hates Katy Perry right now. And it's like, what are you going to do now, Charli? What are your fans going to tweet about now? But if that Taylor Swift thing happens.
I feel like if the Taylor Swift thing happens, I feel like Lorde will be sitting there just like, hey, what about me? She'll be like Christina after Madonna being like, what about me? Don't forget about me, Christina.
I know. She said, don't forget about me. So yes, I loved the clips of that interview. And speaking of Taylor, the end of the Swifties as a whole, girls, you got this one right. The Swifties for Kamala has raised more than $100K. The fact that they got together, Taylor Swift fans raised more than $100K for Kamala Harris during a single star-studded Zoom call. They should be afraid of our power. Carole King, Elizabeth Warren, and others joined a fundraising call organized by the group Swifties for Kamala.
Listen, if Swifties are going to do one thing, it's going to be pay for shit.
Yes.
It's going to be put their money where their mouths are.
Absolutely.
They're just like, yes, let's go.
And I
good for
appreciate
them.
it because I feel like there was the whole like Swifties for Trump. I don't know if it's a real movement or just like, 500 people coming together and then all of those AI images of Taylor being like, I want to vote for Trump that Trump put on his Truth Social. And I'm like, she should sue him. I love that I feel like ABBA is the latest artist to, sue the Trump campaign. It's like, you cannot use my song, cease and desist. It was like Beyonce came out and said, do not use my music. ABBA has said it. I believe the Foo Fighters have said it. Celine Dion, Isaac Hayes' estate has all said, do not use my shit. And it's like, guys, every artist you can think of does not want to be involved with this man. Like, why am I seeing a Trump sign on my daily walk? Why? Who are you? Like, why? Like, are you just a racist and like super excited about it? Like, I don't understand. I'll never understand.
Maybe that person doesn't like pop music.
Well,
they're not tuned into the pop stars.
And they clearly don't like Black people because I have nothing for you. Like, and I realize when you watch the DNC, I get why we're getting people across the aisle, which is why they're incredible politicians. And I am not a politician, but I look at them job. And I look and I'm like, but you voted for him twice, and I'm supposed to like listen to you. Like, click, girl. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to hear anything you have to say.
It's very much just like I will not forget.
No,
but
thank you for doing.
But thank you for being here today.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
So.
See what Winona Ryder said? She's worried about film's future and diminished interest in film among her young co-stars. Winona Ryder has said she loves working with young co-stars she's been given over the last several years, but there is one aspect of them that she isn't exactly a fan of, their diminished love of film. I don't mean to sound so hopeless. There are a few that are just not interested in movies. Like the first thing they say is, how long is it? How do you feel?
I mean, yay, Winona Ryder. And I saw a dumbass tweet about this that said something like crazy that she's like going all in for film and everything when the thing she's most known for is a TV show. And it's like, don't you dare try to say that Winona Ryder that Stranger Things made Winona Ryder.
That's crazy.
Like her performance sitting there like drunk saying, did you suck his cock? And Black Swan is
still viral.
Is still like so impactful. And that's like, she's in that movie for 2 seconds.
Right.
But like, it's like, this is from Heathers, from Beetlejuice, from Edward Scissorhands. Like Winona Ryder is legit. Don't you dare try to... Not that like you can't be legit on Stranger Things, obviously, but still, it's like don't you discredit like Winona Ryder's filmography.
Not you feuding with Millie Bobby Brown and the girls. I can't believe it. She's legit, unlike Millie Bobby Brown.
Listen, I love Millie. I mean, I've never seen Millie Bobby Brown in anything. I've never seen Stranger Things, but like I'm sure she's great.
Hey,
like,
she's friends with Mariah, so that's great.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
we love Millie. We love TV stars and film stars.
We do,
and people who do a little bit of both.
And not to be that guy, but I imagine hearing that was like me hearing Pink Pantheress saying that she doesn't like albums, when it's like, if a young person is going to go and become a successful actor and you're going to say to my Winona Ryder face that I can't, like, I don't want to watch a movie, I'm uninterested, how long is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, don't you? Like, I would want to be in a movie that's like 12 hours long because that means I get to act more. I get to have more screen time where I get to be in a scene and do things and do what I actually like to do. It's like when I majored in musical theater and there were a bunch of people in the program who did not like musicals. And I was like, what are we doing here?
I don't get it.
I busted my ass trying to get into this program, and y'all are just like,
musicals are
I only like this one musical. And it's like, what are you talking about?
Were they just amazing singers, and so they decided, or like actors? Like, what prompted them to go into school for musical theater if they didn't like musicals?
I don't know, but they're not pursuing it now.
Woo! Wow, Steele's coming out with happy long
because
weekend.
they realized, like, I'm not that into it. And I'm just like, well, why'd you major in it?
No, that's the question.
But you maybe you need to experience some things before you decide it's not for you.
Absolutely. Not to speak of this person again, but you see that the Trump origin story, The Apprentice, is getting a pre-election released, and there's a full campaign, award season campaign planned for it. It's going to be released on October 11th, starring Sebastian Stan, Jeremy Strong, and Maria Bakalova. I don't know what's there.
Oh, from the Borat movie, the second Borat movie.
Oh, great.
She's excellent. Yeah.
I assume he's not going to come across great in this film, right?
I mean, I can't imagine.
So great. So great. I'm excited.
Does it come across great in any film?
No. I mean, I don't know if, maybe people like him in
Home
the Home Alone
too. We were all just like, fuck that guy.
Right. Yeah, so sucks. For him, I'm happy for us. I hope the movie's great, and I hope he comes across horribly in it, and I hope nobody ever votes for him. Brazil has banned Twitter, and I'm so jealous of Brazil. If I could just be free of the clutches of Twitter, it gets worse and worse by the day. And I'm like, why am I here? Why am I looking at this? Why am I always being defaulted to the like For You page side of this and not like the people I'm actually following?
I know. It's like you go on there and you see horrible things, like people trying to say that Winona Ryder's filmography is bad. And it's just like, I'm so sorry. I can't have these people in my lives because they're not real people.
No, they're bots.
They're just like, if you have an avatar in your thing and that's your header, it's like, I'm not trusting you.
Yeah, if you're not a real person in your picture.
But yeah, I want to say I heard something. It's like originally it was just supposed to be like 7 accounts were supposed to be banned, and Elon Musk or Brazil or something like banned the whole thing. Do you know
I think
the
Brazil
details?
banned the whole thing because they were trying to get him to, like, they have very strict like laws against disinformation, and so I think they were trying to work with Elon Musk to be like, hey, we like can't see this kind of content because it's literally not true. And Elon was like, what? And so he wasn't going to change anything. And so Brazil's like, okay, great, we don't need Twitter/X. Yeah, and it's like, wow, you've certainly run Twitter into the ground, sir.
I know.
It's just like, what a piece of shit.
If only I didn't need it for Big Brother. If only I didn't need it to follow those Big Brother live feeds accounts.
I really, sometimes you talk about Big Brother and I'm like, are you in a cult? Like, have you been captured? Like, I feel like someone should free you from the clutches, but I'm glad it's good this season at least.
Oh, it's great.
Oh,
and
Lord.
We'll talk about that.
I know we will. I'm glad that's working. There's a rumor that Jennifer Lopez people has sent into people that Ben Affleck had control over the documentary about the marriage to Jennifer Lopez, which was like the companion piece to her film that came out on Amazon Prime. This Is Me Now. This was the greatest love story never told. And the supposed thing is that the documentary was Ben's idea for his company, Artists Equity. Jennifer's team didn't want to do it since she was focused on the album and Amazon original video project. I don't know how true that is, but part of me is like, I don't know. It's like, it feels like, wasn't Ben Affleck's point of view on them divorcing like, she's too famous and I want to be more under the radar? So like, why would he want a documentary made about their relationship? I don't get it.
My bigger question is, who wants to watch this documentary?
I assume someone did.
I will never understand people who are fans of relationships.
I agree with
I
you.
don't get it out. Even if I like both said actors or stars or whatever, I've never shipped a relationship so hard where I was just like, yes, I'm going to sit down and watch a documentary about this and like be heartbroken when like they break up.
I mean, I guess the closest I've gotten was Mariah and Brian Tanaka because, I was a fan of Brian Tanaka before he and Mariah got together. And I did watch Mariah's World where we saw them get together. So it's a little different. But when they broke up, I wasn't like, oh no, I don't believe in love. I was like, oh God, I hope Mariah's okay.
Yeah, I think it's because you care about Mariah Carey.
Yes.
It's not so much that you care, like no offense to Brian Tanaka, I'm sure he's wonderful, but like he could have been anybody. Like as long as he was like good for her and making her happy, making your girl happy.
Yes.
Standing a girl, solid.
It's the only thing to do.
It's the only thing to do.
Standing a man is always a risk, and because some terrible thing could
some
come
terrible
out.
things could happen.
Like Terrible stuff.
But standing a relationship is just perplexing.
Right.
I don't understand the appeal.
Like, what do you get out of it?
Like I want to stand my own relationship.
Yes.
And I don't see myself in any of these famous rich beautiful couples.
Right. And it's like, yeah, you'd stand your partner and like you're like, yeah, I hope those two stay together.
I'm glad you stand Jackson.
I do.
Does he stand you back?
Absolutely.
Would he go on the message boards and fight for you?
He would. He was just listening to our podcast the other day. I know. He was driving around. He had
the number one Kathy, the one that will fight for us.
He was like, I love 2 Gay Minutes. Matt Steele talks so fast. I was like, yeah, he does. Absolutely. We love that. Oh, and also there's a rumor that Ben Affleck is dating Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s daughter, Kick Kennedy, which I'm like, her nickname is Kick?
Kick.
Kick.
K-I-C-K?
K-I-C-K.
All right.
I think it's Kathleen.
Kathleen.
But then it's come out maybe that they're not together. I don't know what's true and what's not true there, but I don't care. Lastly, I just want to give condolences to anyone, friends and family of Fatman Scoop. He passed away at 53 after collapsing on stage mid-performance. So devastating. If you don't know Fatman Scoop, you probably have heard his voice. He is the male vocal at the end of It's Like That by Mariah Carey. Also the, like, here we go now. Here we go now.
I mean, that's my favorite part of the song.
I mean, it's great.
It's so good.
Like, you're going to hear him on so many, like, mid-aughts, like, R&B, pop, hip-hop crossover songs, like Lose Control by Sierra and Missy Elliott is one that comes to mind. He just was like a hype man that you could like feel the energy through his voice, and was such a part of my, late high school, early college experience, because I was listening to all those songs that he was shouting at top. And I just think 52, 53 is just entirely too young. I feel terribly for his family and friends, and I'm thankful for his contribution to music as a whole, pop music, R&B music. We love Fatman Scoop.
Here we go now what?
Here we go now what?
We love ya.
Matt Steele.
Yes.
Do you have any other news for idiots you'd like to share with the people?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with more 2K Mats, the podcast. Okay. I'm going to say something for the first time. I think you're a little too loud. I think you need to move away from this mic.
Oh, no.
Yes, I'm looking, and you're turning red, and I'm not. First time forever. Oh, does that mean I'm quiet? Am I in my quiet era?
Oh my God. This is your charm bracelet era.
It is. It is absolutely my charm bracelet era.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stunning.
So did you move away from it?
I mean,
I know, but like move it away from your mouth a little.
Here?
Oh, yeah.
This is too far.
It's either that or I have to turn you down up there.
I mean, it's not that hard to turn it
down. Oh, well, it's not that hard to move the mic away either.
What happened in here, guys?
I don't know what's going on. Mariah's world was hilarious. It really was. What a moment. What a moment.
That poor intern.
I hated her. It just was like, it was so fake. It just was so fake. The documentary was more interesting than her movie. I can't believe Mariah's world was 8 years ago. That's wild. Crazy. Because, like, didn't we do a video about that with Rory?
Yeah.
I feel like we did, yeah. I mean, I watched every episode. And I think you can rewatch, maybe not all of it, but I feel like some of it is on Peacock. I want all of it, though.
I want all of it.
I want all of it.
Matt Palmer is the Billy Mumble singing era.
I am.
Birds of a feather, we could get together. Yeah, and I'm in my Whitney Houston era.
You are.
Yep. Or more Jennifer Holiday. I'm trying to think of the loudest.
Jennifer Hudson.
Jennifer Hudson or Jennifer Holiday. One of the two.
Definitely a Jennifer.
A Jennifer.
Jennifers are loud. It's canon.
Yeah.
Steele, you went to Copenhagen. Did you like it?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yes. Good thing Mariah's statement didn't start with, now we love her, everyone here. Elon ruined Twitter, not calling it X. Yes, that's the thing. Don't call it X. It's Twitter. It'll always be X. Twitter. To me.
To everyone.
Oh, thanks for the hearts, Sierra. So kind.
Thanks for the hearts.
Thanks for the hearts.
Bernice Make Me performance.
I liked that performance.
It's a good performance.
I think people were shitting on it a little bit. And I was like, that was good. She did a good job.
What was everyone's first 2Gay Mats video?
Ooh.
What was the reaction to Taylor Swift, Look What You Made Me Do?
Oh, that was a classic.
My first 2Gay Mats video was
Welcome to 2Gay Mats.
Welcome to 2Gay Mats.
Yeah,
Is that what it was called? We're blurry.
Out of focus.
Not as blurry as the second video. The second video, we are way blurry.
Oh, iconic.
Yeah.
It's good. But the thing is, look at us now. We're fucking live streaming 60 frames per second.
Sometimes we're in 4K.
Sometimes we're in 4 K, bitch.
Oof.
Oh. And we look great.
I know.
I know. Oh, it's honestly lucky that we both still look good. Sure. Because it really could have gone a different way.
It's not luck, baby. I work hard for this.
I don't work that hard. I mean, I moisturize.
Lotion.
Oh, I'm always.
You do what you need to do.
Yeah, but it's also, genetics. It's also half genetics.
Some genetics in there.
Twitter's all bots, blue checks, and ads. Matt Steele's in his Ethel Merman era, just belting and iconic.
Thank you.
Oh, Janet's 93 and 2000 performances are so good. Yes, that 93 one especially, I love that. That's the Way Love goes into If, right? Ooh, she was so hot during the Janet era, which like it makes sense. It was like her sexual awakening album, but ooh, my first one was them lip syncing till I missed. Babe, we were singing, right?
Were we? Yeah, I think
you,
we
me,
were.
and Jean.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the one you're talking about, we were singing.
I think we were singing over top of other people singing.
Yeah, but we were singing. We weren't just lip syncing.
Yeah. We were just saying that we just made that video.
That was a weird one.
We were just like, because we were like, we need to make 2 videos a week. And so
that was too much.
And so you were just like, how about we just like throw up the video of us lip syncing or singing to Les Mis? And I was just like, okay.
Because it was One Day More, right?
Yeah. We were just like, hey, everyone, watch this goofy video.
Yeah, that was fun. I mean, it is 70% genetics and 30% finding the right light for me. Hey, that's
lighting is important.
Hello, you would see the largest light right above. If you were in this room, right above that camera, giant light.
The light of God shining upon
us. And hey, we look good.
We do look good.
Yeah, One Day More was a good one. I was like looking through our old videos just for shits and giggles the other day, and I was like, man. Because it's honestly, sometimes I look at the like growth of the channel, and it's like, man, for the first like 7 years, we didn't know what we
didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
Yes, you can't say that this did not happen naturally.
We were having fun though.
We were having fun, and we still are.
Yeah,
it's always a little harder when you have to make the TikToks, and we're about to do an ad after this. Record that.
It's like in some ways it's harder now, but in some ways it's easier now.
Yeah, it's definitely more like in our bodies. Like we're better at it now.
Yeah, we're not like, what are we doing?
No.
Yeah.
What color would you recommend for the photo logo shirt? For our photo logo? I actually haven't gotten the photo logo shirt, so I can't really tell you.
Photo logo.
I think I put up a new thing for us that includes a photo of us on our as far as the merch is concerned, which you can click the link in the bio.
Cool.
Yeah.
Pat had to mention this, so I don't know how much clothes Mariah got. That's very sad. Immediately going to look for the One Day More video after this reaction. So I just remember my hair, and when we introduced it, was dreadful. Woo! I remember watching it being like, why did I put this up?
I feel like you only know the videos by what your hair looks like.
This was good hair. This is bad.
Do you think your hair is more consistently good now that it's shorter?
Well,
is it easier to take care of?
Because we have more of a routine and a schedule of when we do 2K mats. Whereas like before, like I would come from like work when my hair was just blah, and you were just like, let's do this video now. And so I was like, okay. But now it's just like, oh, it's Sunday at this time. I have to do things in order to make sure my hair looks fine. This time of day.
I cut my hair twice a week, and it is Sunday afternoons and Thursday afternoons.
Yep.
Because this is why we're looking good. Because I think there are also some videos of me where it's like, ooh, you need to cut your hair before you film this. But of course, you don't notice.
Of course, I don't notice. But
I would notice.
Of course.
Can't have that.
Yeah.
Okay, where's that We Love Everyone But merch? I know we do need that. Any news on new Janet album? Been waiting forever. I know. When was Unbreakable? Was it 2015?
Damn.
It's got to be next year. My first vid was one of the ones Beyonce losing album of the year videos, and I was recommended. The thing is, I have a dream. My dream is that we're together watching when she wins. I hope it's this upcoming year, because we're going to be sitting here.
Yeah.
Watching it again.
Because
the thing is, with Renaissance, I was like pretty sure it was going to happen. I was like, and I can edit it. So on TikTok, we'll show when we were so brokenhearted about Lemonade, and we'll be so happy with Renaissance. And it was just like,
the last like upcoming like weeks, I was just like, I feel like it'll be Harry. I was feeling the loss. I was feeling like a loss. And when with Lemonade, I was just like, I think Adele 25 could do. Like I always had a feeling. I don't know what I'm feeling right now with Cowboy Carter.
You better have a good damn feeling. I just hope she does something to promote the album, whether it's go on tour, whether it's release visuals during the Grammy voting window. That is my request.
Sure.
Not even for me, but for the album of the year win. My first video was the Mariah Carey albums as boyfriends. We need to do that with another.
That was fun. Yeah.
Those are fun.
We were like, oh, we got to do a Madonna one, but it'll take a while for you to get through that discography.
It really will. Girl Interrupted is a crazy good. Matt, did you like? I loved Unbreakable. Actually, I thought it was better than any album she put out since All For You. I think Unbreakable is excellent. You agreed, like we are never getting a Rihanna or Janet album. No, I think we are.
We are.
Not this year for either of them. Not this year for either of them. But.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Girl Interrupted. I do like Girl Interrupted. It's great.
My first 2GM video was Adele's 25 review because I couldn't get over All I Ask.
Everyone comes here for different. Everyone's been here
I know.
so many different lengths. This may be crazy, but I have a feeling Beyonce won't even submit it for.
She will. I think she's still.
I think she will. My first video is the Caution album. I think she's moving on to Act 3 already. Random note: have you guys seen that show Palm Royale? Has a slow start, but I like it.
I haven't watched it, but I've heard it's pretty good. I just rewatched all of Britney's VMA performances. So iconic. Oh, happy birthday to your dad.
Happy birthday to Mr. Ruben Walton.
Yes. Caution might have been my first video. I mean, that Caution album's excellent.
I think the Get the Fuck Out video is so fucking funny. Where we're reacting to that.
Is it just the song or the video?
Just the song.
Just the song.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I need to watch that again. We've done so many, guys.
We recorded that reaction the morning of September 13th, 2018, because we were shooting Devos. That was like our second to last day of shooting Devos. And so I had to be on set at like 7 in the morning or something, or like 8 in the morning. And so we woke up early to react to it. And I was editing it on like as the crew was setting up.
Oh my God.
What was I doing? And then Maren Maisie died that day. I just remember that was a day.
That was a day for you.
That was
baby.
a day.
Absolutely.
She's already broken the Grammy record. I think she's just maybe done with
being played with. I mean, we'll see. I would be shocked. I think Beyonce is a person that wants her things. And she also, it's like, there's so many people who worked on that album with her that she would want to celebrate, you know? I can't see it, but maybe we'll see. Maybe you're right. So many stars are in it. I mean, Carol Burnett is in Palm Royale.
That's I was about to be like on Cowboy Carter.
That's true.
I was about to be like, wait.
I didn't hear that interview. Did you ever do a video for My House? We did. It's on Patreon, I think.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, I think it's on Patreon only.
I think the Wiz live review was my first, or maybe Sound of Music live review. Gaga and Bruno should surprise perform at the VMAs.
That'd be cool.
Can't believe Britney's
wild first VMA. She didn't win a VMA before 2008. That's insane. Yeah. By the way, for all this talk, it seems like Chris fell asleep.
Oh.
Got him.
Birds of a Feather.
Birds of a Feather.
We mean 1999. I think they mean her first
one
win.
She won, yeah.
Which is crazy that she did not win anything before that. I always forget that Madonna and Christina kissed as well.
I know.
Never forget.
Everyone forgets. If Beyonce wins album Miley, she'll get an award. When people, it's true technically that everyone who worked on an album gets the Grammy, but when we're talking about who wins album of the year, we're talking about the artist. Sure. Like no one's gonna say Miley has won album of the year, even though like technically she has an award for that category, but it's not the same.
Yeah,
it's not the same.
It's not the same, but you know. Odd question: do you guys have any animals in your personal life?
I have friends with animals. Like my friends Jeff and Jean have 2 cats, Hot Dog and Bing Bong. My friend Janie has a cat named Georgie. My friend Justin has a cat named Walter. Lots of cats. And then Jackson's sister and her husband have a dog named Tato, who's very sweet.
I have lots of friends with animals. Yeah. And my mom and stepdad have 2 cats. My brother and his fiance have 2 cats.
Yes.
I got nothing.
My mom has a dog named Duchess. She's very cute.
I love how like this is like such a kindergarten conversation. Well, my friend has a dog and my other friend has a cat.
But also Jackson is allergic, but also we like traveling and not having to like board an animal or figure out what to do with it.
It's a lot of responsibility.
It is a lot of, and it's like, I'm not there.
I refuse to have an animal until I have a person to help me take care of that animal.
Fair.
I am not taking care of an animal
I wouldn't either.
by myself.
I don't know that I would have, an animal if I didn't have children. Because it's like, if you have children, you can't go anywhere anyways. For me, it's like always the travel is the thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't, not luckily, but like since Jackson is allergic, it isn't really like, we don't have to worry about this.
It's not on the table.
Not on the table. We could get like a hypoallergenic.
You did a good job with that turtle when you had the turtle.
I did, and the turtle was fun. The turtle was moving though. Like you would look away. That turtles are slow is bad PR.
I had a turtle as a kid. Stevie, and she liked to move.
Harry was a mover. Yeah. I would look away for 1 second, and then it'd love to be in the corner. So it'd be like,
they love a corner
under a fucking mirror leaning up on the wall. I was like, please don't let that mirror fall on you, Harry. Sure. It's in a shell, but you know, still nervous.
Yeah, once I did a science experiment. I won the science fair with my experiment called Turtle Colors, where I painted a box half black and half white.
Yeah.
And I put my turtle in the middle and tried to see if it had a preference of which side it went to.
That's cool.
And my hypothesis, which I think is what won me the award, was that I thought that Stevie would go to the black side more because black attracts heat and turtles need to be warm.
Oh.
And so they were probably like, oh, this boy used science. He wasn't just like, I think the turtle will do this because I think so. So like, I got a medal.
Wow.
I could pin it to my shirt. I don't know where that medal is now, but it was 3rd grade.
Your science project sounds a little racially charged. Which side it's going to go to, black or white? Wow.
Yeah, and I said, black people are warm.
Jesus Christ. So is Jackson not allergic to turtles? No. He's allergic to like the fur of the animal. So it's like we could get a hairless cat, but they're a little funny looking. You know.
You get fish.
We get fish.
Oh, but cleaning those fucking tanks.
I know.
Oh, girl.
I know.
I don't know
just
how people do that.
Super need an animal.
Sure.
Like I love them and I want them to be well taken
Yeah.
care of and happy and healthy. But am I ever like, oh my God, I need an animal? No.
Eh.
Okay, should we do part 2?
Yeah, sure. Okay, I guess I want to apologize to everyone for being a little loud. Matt Palmer said that I was a little too close to the microphone and I was peeking.
It's okay. You were only peeking like for the live stream, I think for the recording. So if you're listening to the podcast, you probably didn't even notice that Matt Steele was loud.
Wow.
So that's great.
Yeah, and Matt Palmer was the quiet one.
You know me. I'm just super fucking quiet.
I told him this is his charm bracelet era.
It is. I'm going to be whispering for the rest.
We should just whisper for the rest of the podcast.
God, this is an ASMR.
Oh my God, please. You know I hate ASMR.
Should I start
hate
chewing?
it. I think it's disgusting. Oh, I hate it. Oh no, I'm peeking again. Look at the red. It's in the red.
It's okay. You're fine.
Oh God. You know what? Okay, I'll shout. I'll be like Jennifer Holliday up in here screaming.
Just express. We're here to express ourselves. And I want to express one thing to you. And it's that if you enjoy this podcast, make sure to go to your Apple Podcast or Spotify and leave a 5-star rating or review. We do only accept 5 stars. Thank you so much. That really helps with the algorithms in both apps. We love doing this podcast and want to make sure that, you know, as many people can hear it or see it as possible. And if you really love us, go to patreon.com/2gaymats where you can get extra bonus content, join the Discord, chat with us all the live long day, and meet other friends you haven't met yet, people who love pop music and pop culture as much as you do. So Matt Steele,
yes.
What section of the podcast are we in?
Right now, we are on Email My Heart, and that is the section where we answer any questions that you guys might have. You can be a part of Email My Heart if you email us at 2gaymats@gmail.com. 2 is spelled TWO. Don't forget about that fact. So we got a number of emails.
Yes.
So some will go on the back burner, so don't worry. We got an email from Q who wanted to know if there were any queer any albums from non-white queer artists that came out in the last year that we really loved. And I can't think of Matt Palmer. Put that album out now.
I was going to say, no, I will be having an album come out hopefully soon. So that will be one. But in the past year, nothing super comes to mind, but I will always go up for MNEK. I think MNEK is so incredibly talented. Yeah. He is the man behind Flow. I know a lot of people are in love with him, and I feel like his Language album, which I think probably came out in 2018 or something, was just so incredibly slept on, and I feel like more people should be talking about it and discussing it. The vocals, the melodies, the production, like he has it all fucking down. I will always stand MNEK, and I recommend everyone listen to Language and all of his music as soon as possible.
Also love Vincent. I think Vincent's really excellent.
A vocalist.
Please Don't Fall in Love is a great song.
Oh my God.
Excellent song. Also like queer non-white artists like Rina Sawayama.
Yes.
Hello. If you have not heard the album Sawayama came out in 2020. Yeah, we were talking about it on the live chat.
Yes.
Excellent album. Excellent. Q recommends someone Many Moons, Many Suns. I think this is an album.
What's the album by which artist?
I don't know. I'm trying to find.
Oh, okay.
But also Heat Wave by an LA-based artist named Bronze Avery.
Okay.
They recommend. So, okay. That's to go into our brains and see if we can find them.
Moses Sumney, it looks like. Maybe that was.
Moses Sumney? Okay.
Yes, an artist we should be discussing.
We were also talking about Omar Apollo.
And I think his album came out very recently.
Okay. We need to listen to it.
Yes.
Because I was saying, like, I don't know anything about Omar Apollo other than hot and in the movie Queer.
Yes. And I was like, he's a musician.
So I'm excited to see that movie.
He's also friends with Pedro Pascal.
We love.
Yes.
We love friendship.
We love friendship.
So next question comes to us from Lauren. Lauren says, hi, Matt and Matt.
Wait, your friend Lauren?
I mean, shh.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
This is my friend Lauren,
Right.
who's really, really great.
Yes.
And so she says, when I was listening to last week's episode, I was surprised to hear that Short and Sweet is Sabrina Carpenter's 6th album. I feel like she only really broke out to superstardom this spring/summer with Espresso, Please, 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 opening on the Eras Tour, hosting SNL, etc. And I was wondering, is that typical or is that atypical? I would argue that she certainly falls into the tween channel TV star turned pop star singer tradition like Britney, Christina, Miley, Ariana, Demi, Selena, etc. But, and I could be wrong here, weren't their first, if not certainly their second albums, the ones that got them broader musical recognition / legitimacy? Hilary Duff seems to be an example of having the albums start and stay in the tween genre without really carrying over. Furthermore, I was also thinking about artists such as Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, etc., that did not come from the tween TV world, so their first and second albums were probably marketed differently, and their path into the music industry was clearly different. All this to say, is it unusual for it to take an artist 6 albums to really make it? What do you guys think changed for Sabrina Carpenter? Is this a record label thing, a marketing thing, a songwriting thing, or all of the above? I'm interested to hear your thoughts and explanation of how this works and plays out in the music industry. Thank you both for helping me keep up with pop culture and stay relevant, demure, and mindful for my college undergrad students.
I must say, for someone who, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think is like the biggest pop music super fan or like follow or whatever, this is a very astute observation.
Oh, well, Lauren is a college professor,
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It makes sense.
She was telling me she said demure and mindful to her college students recently, and they really liked it.
Oh,
so
good.
So the kids like her.
I would say that, yes, this is not common, but I also think that the overlap between Sabrina's teen pop, Disney or Nickelodeon, I don't know which one, stardom, and the release of those albums, she was very much still a teen star when those albums were out, in a way that like Miley had her bangers era. Like this is her second album since she really broke away from the Disney scene, from my point of view.
Okay.
And so I do think it is abnormal for a 6th album to be the breakthrough. It is not something that happens all the time. Like Olivia blew up on her first album. Taylor was, did well her first album, but it took Fearless for her to become a megastar,
Sure.
But generally, she's right. I feel like it's usually album 1 or album 2 that's really going to do it. But when you're kind of in a bubble of like, oh, I make music for young people. Even Chloe and Halle, I feel like were kind of in that bubble for a little bit.
How many albums did they have before coming out with Ungodly
I feel
Hour?
like absolutely an album and an EP, but maybe even other things. But it's like, if you are someone like me who's an adult pop listener, open to all ages of adult pop artists, I'm really not paying attention to you until you are not under the Disney umbrella. So this is probably why I think Sabrina Carpenter in interviews has said things like, this feels like my sophomore album. Like it feels like now I'm not under the Hollywood record label or whatever she was on. She's not really under the thumb of Disney. She can really make the art she wants to make, and it's not being marketed directly to, tweens and lower. And so I think just the number of albums is impressive, but it also is like they're kind of in different buckets. Olivia Rodrigo did break out from High School Musical, the musical, the series, but it was her. I don't even think she put out music for young people before Driver's License. That was her official debut as an artist. So she went a different direction. And I also think a lot of factors played into it. I think obviously people really started talking about her during that Olivia Rodrigo love triangle thing. And also her personality has come through via Nonsense and changing the outro of that song so many times. Just in interviews, she's very likable, very Gen Z relatable. And I think it just took that Emails I Can't Send was kind of the jumping off point with Nonsense and Feather, and then having a hot single like Espresso really like solidified people on her, and her personality has really made people fall in love with her. So it was a lot of factors.
Yeah, sure. And I will say I am very, very shocked that Emails I Can't Send wasn't bigger than it was, just because it was a part and directly commented on that huge love triangle between Olivia Rodrigo and Joshua Bassett and herself. I mean, like, Because I Liked a Boy, like, should have been such a huge song, A, because it's fantastic, and B, because of everything surrounding it. I mean, that whole scandal is really, and also the talent also propelled Olivia Rodrigo. For sure. But like, I'm surprised that didn't take off as much as like Olivia Rodrigo did, especially because it's a very singer-songwritery type album along with Olivia Rodrigo's. Right. I mean, like Olivia Rodrigo's has more of like a punk edge to it, but still. But also I want to say I'm surprised you're not bringing up Miss Janet Jackson, who has several albums before what you would consider her debut album, Control. But Matt Palmer does not acknowledge these previous albums.
It's like, I mean, Alanis and Janet are rumored to have albums prior to Jagged Little Pill and Control, respectively. And, sometimes it does take a bit for, your adult music to be out in the world and for people to really love and enjoy you. And some people's artistry begins later than what it says on Wikipedia. Okay. So we love debut albums.
How many did Janet have before Control?
According to Wikipedia or according to me?
According to Wikipedia.
I think Wikipedia cites 2.
Oh, that's it? Oh, I thought it was like 3 or 4.
No, it's 2.
Okay, well, still, 6 is the winner here.
Yes. Yes,
6.
Alanis would also be 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
and because like Miley also, like her Disney albums, she had like what, maybe 2?
Maybe 2. Because
Okay.
it's like, and also the first, like one of them was like, I'm Miley Cyrus now. The other one is like Best of Both Worlds or like Meet Hannah Montana or whatever. But yes, so that can happen.
It just goes to show, kids, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again.
Yes.
Not that I would ever say Sabrina Carpenter did not succeed. Like
Right,
she was,
exactly.
She was still like
Right.
known, but still like before you like really find yourself and then people really latch onto you.
Yep.
Should we do another email real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. This one is from Tia. Tia says, hi, you two. My email today is about me struggling with getting older. My birthday is this upcoming weekend, and I am usually so big on birthdays, but this year I just hate thinking about it. I am turning 29, and I am just not where I thought I'd be in life. Sure, it's tough seeing friends have babies and get married, but I am genuinely happier than I am envious. It's more about still not knowing who I want to be. I'm not happy with my job. I don't love where I live. I have no partner. When you vent to people about this sort of thing when you're 18, 21, and 25, the response you usually get is, you're so young, it's okay. And I guess I'm wondering when that stops being the response I get. I'm not feeling so young anymore. I know this is a very loaded email and this is a very happy podcast, so I don't want to get too detailed. I'll keep my question pretty simple because this is kind of therapist territory anyway, and I don't want to overwhelm you guys. How do I become happy about my birthday again? What would you two suggest? I also want to say quickly, if you couldn't tell already, I've been pretty down for months, and this podcast has brought a lot of smiles. So Thank you very much. Thank you, Tia.
That's
I appreciate
very
it.
kind.
Yeah.
I would say that, this isn't meant to be scary. It's supposed to be reassuring. I feel like all of us, you'd never really feel like you get to the place of like, this is exactly where I want to be. And I think that's just life. I feel like what you should focus on instead of like, I'm not exactly where I want to be, is like, okay, if I don't love where I live, maybe since I am single, I have the freedom to go on weekend trips and like try to out new cities and new places that maybe I'd want to be. Or if like I don't like my job, okay, do I want to look for a new field? Do I want to take classes? Do I want to do things just like on my own accord? Like spend my time in a different way. It's more about like planning little steps to like walk your life towards the place that you want to be.
Yeah.
Like it's not fair to expect yourself to just wake up and one day everything has fallen into place.
Yeah.
Like it's like when I make New Year's resolutions, I try not to make them too results based. Like I can't, as much as it's like, we joke about like, we better hit 100K this year. It's more about like, okay, 2 game mats, we want to be consistent, we want to be positive, and we want to like keep the ball rolling in XYZ ways. And I think this is kind of a more achievable goal, like that'll walk you towards the finish line of like whatever you deem happiness to be. I know this is easy for me to say as someone who's older. 29 is still young.
Oh, yeah.
You are absolutely allowed to still be finding yourself. And if you're unhappy in your situation, I think it's more about planning on like little tiny steps to take to get closer to like the life that you want to lead.
Yeah. And exactly. Like you never really feel like you are a complete person. Like I feel like so many people, not a complete person, but like you don't, I feel like everyone like has this feeling. It's sort of like America. It's like you take the steps to become a more perfect union.
Yes.
Because perfection is impossible.
Yes.
And so I fully believe, and especially you don't necessarily have anything really tying you down. You have that freedom to explore new things, which
Yes.
I'm sure a lot of like friends of yours who are settled down with kids they kind of look at you and they're just like, damn, like
I know, if only
Tia's got that freedom.
It's very much a grass
like,
is greener situation.
Yeah, it's like my friends from home. Like I look at all of them, they all got their houses, they've all got their kids and everything, and I'm just like, oh my god, they have all this stuff that I don't have. But they always like tell me, they're just like, your life is so exciting, and I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just like sitting on my couch watching old seasons of Survivor.
Yeah.
Like this is what I'm doing right now, and I should be doing more. So like everyone is always looking at everyone else as again, a grass is always greener type thing. So you're doing great.
Yes.
Like, do not worry about this. I don't like, what can you do to make it, give yourself a happy birthday? What do you like doing on your birthday?
What personally, I like to do things that like I would have liked to do as my youngest self. I love to take the day off work. If you have that option to not work on your birthday, I love to not work. I go and like just kind of pamper myself. I treat myself. I get a little coffee from across the street. I play some video games. I, try to, maybe if I want to try a new place to eat, I would do that. Have some friends over, hang out with them. Like, I think, for me, I think of my birthday as the day off of me having to think about my next steps in life. Like, this is very much like, oh, this is just another weekend day for me that I can really celebrate where I am, even if it's not exactly where I want to be. No one's exactly where they want to be. I'm not. Yeah. And, but I can still celebrate. Like, I am glad I am here. I'm on my own 2 feet. I am getting my bills paid and I have a roof over my head. Things could be tougher. So I don't know. I'm rooting for you. Everything is going to be okay. No one's life is perfect. And, if there's a way to reframe it, versus like, oh, I'm not exactly where I want to be, versus like, okay, maybe this is a time for me to reassess on my birthdays. Like, between now and next year, I want to have gone to 4 different places and seen where I want to live, or like I want to have applied to X many jobs that are more in the field I want to be in, or I want to go on to like this number of dates, which like dating's tough. Like, I can't really speak to that because it was tough when I was dating, and I hear it's tougher now. But you can just do things that are actionable and that are not results based, and that's kind of fun to do to me, because it's like, okay, I like making a little plan. Maybe I'm type A. I like a plan.
Sure, yeah. And on my birthday, the thing that always gives me solace, I never care what I do on my birthday. Like, I truly, what I love about my birthday is the fact that like everyone is reaching out to me today, telling me they love me. Like, that is what makes me feel good on my birthday. It's like the only thing I ever want on my birthday is attention. It doesn't even need to be in-person attention. If you text me on my birthday, I'm thrilled. If you call me, I'm thrilled. If you write on my Facebook wall, I'm thrilled.
You love that Facebook wall.
I just love just knowing that like there's people in my life who love about me and care about me.
Of course.
And so it doesn't even matter how they express it.
Yes.
That's what makes me feel happy on my birthday.
And Tia, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We love and care about you.
Yeah. Live it up. 29 is a great year. I had a good time at 29.
What was I doing? I don't even know. What was that? 20?
That was like 2 decades ago for you. Oh my God.
It was not. Let's get our math together. But yeah, I don't know what I was doing at that point though. I was like, what, 2016? Oh, I mean, that was Lemonade year. Great. And I think that was like around the time that Lemonade came out was my birthday.
Was your birthday?
Because it was like April 25th. I had a great birthday. I had a great birthday.
You had a great 29th
It all worked out
birthday.
for me.
Yeah.
And we're going to revisit it on Patreon very soon. Matt Steele.
Yes.
I have a feeling that you have a 2 game minutes where you want to talk about a TV show. Is it Big Brother?
Oh, you're correct.
That's so strange.
You're a fortune teller.
I know this never happens.
Okay, so this is 2 gay minutes. This is the section of the podcast where one of the Matts rambles about something that the other Matt doesn't give a shit about for 2 minutes.
Yes.
And we try to plow through. I don't know. This week was something.
Are you ready?
Sure.
3, 2, 1, go.
T-Core wins a head of household, but hates making decisions, so she's desperately looking for people to volunteer to be nominated as the 3rd nominee next to her 2 easy targets, Cam and MJ. So her ally Tucker, being all Tucker about it, was like, I'll do it. T-Core nominates him even though he's in her alliance next to Cam and MJ, thinking Tucker's won 6 competitions this season. Maybe he'll win the power of veto. Wrong. Cam wins the power of veto. But when Angela, who is in Tucker and T-Core's alliance, tells all of us through tears, I might have to do the unthinkable. I might have to target Tucker. Obviously you have to target him to get the competition beast out when you can. Angela brings the topic up to T-Core, who spills it to Tucker, who confronts Angela because he had her back this whole game. Angela spirals. But you're in a showmance with Rina. How could I possibly think I'm your number 1? It's a mess, but still Tucker tries to convince T-Core to nominate Leah in Cam's place and not Angela. But T-Core goes against Tucker's wishes and nominates Angela because she's too much of a liability. So out of T-Core's nominations, 2 are actively in her alliance. All of this is happening while Joseph is pleasuring himself in a hidden tent while in 24 hours of solitary confinement. Good for him. Tucker is pissed and throws a tantrum and says he wants to leave the game. But in the meantime, Chelsea is like, so if Tucker loses the AI arena, we are voting him out, right? She approaches Quinn with this and he says, I was thinking the same thing, but thought we didn't have the numbers. So Chelsea talked to Cam and Leah and MJ and got those numbers, baby. So if MJ won the AI arena, they were all set to vote out the powerhouse of the season. But all of us viewers were thinking, yeah, right, Tucker's obviously going to win the arena. Then they give a sneak preview of the arena before the episode, and it's a puzzle where you have to carry heavy puzzle pieces. It was designed for Tucker to win. The flip was too good to be true. But the episode happens, and on live TV, Tucker bombs this puzzle, and MJ is victorious. Chelsea is practically doing backflips, and she and Cam and Leah and MJ and Quinn blindside the other side of the house and evict Tucker. Quinn flipped the script on his own allies, Chemo and T-Court, in the same way they betrayed him 2 weeks ago, evicting Cedric. Fabulous. Now that the obvious frontrunner is gone, this game is wide fucking open, and while Tucker was a bulk of the entertainment of BB26, I'm glad this evens out the playing field and allows other people to really show what they're worth.
That's 2 minutes. I guess it was a good week.
It was great.
Are you nervous about the show being boring without Tucker or no?
No.
Okay, good.
I'm looking for, because Angela's still there.
Yes.
And spoiler alert, maybe not for long. We don't know. But still, everyone is on such an even playing field now, and that is what I really love. I hate it because it was the second you saw Tucker, like in his interviews, you were just like, he's gonna dominate this entire season. The whole season's gonna be about him, which, like, he was very entertaining, so I loved him. But still, I was like nervous, like, is he just gonna dominate the whole season? But now it's like everyone is very much on an even playing field. Like Chelsea is like the strategic mastermind. Like here, she orchestrated that entire thing. She's excellent. Leah has every man eating out of the palm of her hand. There are 4 guys left. Sorry, this is extending. This is my giving me moments too, I guess. Hi guys, this is the section giving me moments where one of us talks about something that gave us life this week.
Yes.
But anyway, Leah has there's 4 guys left in the house. 3 of them have crushes on Leah. The other one is gay. So all these guys are working for
Is
Leah.
she just the hottest person you've ever seen?
I mean, they're all hot. Like, she's very beautiful and like very like fun and charming, but like so are all the other girls. But like she and Leah's not even in like a solidified alliance. It's like Leah's kind of killing it right now. Like, and at this point, like the person who has the least chance of winning, I would say, in a final jury vote is probably Cam, just because he doesn't do much.
Right.
And he's the jock. Like, he's the jock that's left. So it's like, I'm very optimistic about this season. I'm really rooting for Quinn, no matter what the fans say.
Okay.
Because Twin likes to yell in the diary room, but it's like the guys, even though some of the moves aren't correct, he's making them. Like, I'm enjoying everyone this season.
Okay, that's good.
Also giving me moments.
Let me just sit here.
We're just doing a couple, or do you want to do another?
No, please go.
Okay, well, another thing that was giving me moments this week was, guys, you know, if Monique and Glenn Close are in a movie together, and especially if that movie is a campy movie about exorcism.
Oh my God.
And Glenn Close is wearing crazy makeup and wigs. I'm going to subscribe to Netflix. I'm going to pay the $15 a month, or maybe just for this month, to see The Deliverance, the new Lee Daniels movie.
Is it out?
It's out now, starring Andra Day, Monique, Glenn Close, Anjanou Ellis-Taylor. It's just a big exorcism film where like Andra Day plays this like alcoholic mother who like abuses her children. And they move into this new house. Andra Day's mother, who's played by Glenn Close, who is so fucking fabulous, like moves in with them. They discover, spoiler alert, the house is possessed by a demon.
And that tracks.
The kids get possessed. Monique plays a social worker. Like it's just fun. It's just like when you have a scene where Monique is crying 1 second and then Glenn Close is coming down the stairs, bald, threatening Monique with a bat. I'm here for it.
Jesus
like
Christ,
I am.
What is this movie?
There is one line that Glenn Close has where I'm just like, oh, they made Glenn Close say that. Iconic. Like it's a great time, guys.
Okay.
I had a lovely Saturday night in the dark, a little scared, but more so thrilled that my ladies were having a good time together. Oh, and I was seeing interviews today of Glenn Close and Monique having fun together in like the press tour, like joking around. Monique talking about how like there's a scene that got cut from the movie, and Glenn Close was like, yeah, in this scene, Monique was like being dragged around by her hair in a pencil skirt, and I was just in awe of how she handled those stunts and everything. And Glenn Close is like on the floor doing an impression of it. I love the press tour for this. Check it out. It's great. Y'all got Netflix, right?
So wait, sorry, I'm unclear. You did watch the movie?
Yes.
Okay, great. I thought you were just excited that it was happening.
Oh, no. I watched the movie
great.
And
you loved it.
last night. It was a great time.
Okay,
I loved it.
I'm glad you loved it.
Matt Palmer, what was giving you moments this week?
And you know, I'm not generally a Netflix girly, but I mean, I'll just add to the Netflix love. I watched a television show that came out earlier this year and everyone's been talking about. It got 11 Emmy nominations this year, and I finally got around to watching it because, again, Jackson and I are trying to stay in, not spend money because we're going to Spain. But guys, Baby Reindeer is something
Oh shit.
Oh my fucking God. This is described as a drama, black comedy, and psychological thriller by Richard Gadd. This is also was based, I believe, on a Fringe Festival one-man show he put on in 2019. And it is a fictionalized version of something that happened to him, I believe, between the years of 2014 and 2017. He was a struggling comedian, and in the show, his character is a struggling comedian as well. And he basically is working at a bar, tending bar, and there is a lady who comes in who's about 10 years older than him. I want to say he's like mid-30s, she's mid-40s. She comes in, and as soon as she walks in, he just automatically feels bad for her. She just like looks like someone who doesn't have a lot going on in her life. And so she like orders a Diet Coke or orders a tea, and he gets it to her, and it's basically like, yeah, this is yours on the house.
Oh.
Her eyes light up.
Oh, I'd fall in love with him too. Sorry.
Well, you wouldn't do this. You wouldn't stalk him out of your mind. Like, she is sending like hundreds, if not thousands, of emails to this man a day. And she's like she then is like, oh, I'm a successful lawyer, but she comes back to that bar every single day and sits there through his entire shift, like follows him around the fucking restaurant, follows him outside. It's just, the thing is, it gets more tense and more tense as the stakes get higher and higher. We learn about, like, 'cause the whole time, the first couple of episodes, she's doing this. She's really, like, fully stalking this man. And I'm like, why have you not gone to the police yet? Because the show opens with him going to the police, so you know he does at some point. But, like, as things are building up, I'm like, oh, I would have gone to the police immediately. But he's still like, I'm still empathizing with her. I feel for her. And at some point, an episode ends after she has, like, followed him home, pushed him, like, there's been contact, and she Facebook friends him, attempts to friend request, and he accepts. Wait. And I'm like, what is, and the thing is, as you watch more and more, you get his backstory, and you find, and it explains a little bit why this kind of attention is appealing to him. But even still, and the thing is, I must say that the actors' performances are so incredible. Richard Gadd, obviously, is the writer and the star of this, who actually lived a version of this several years ago. Jessica Gunning plays Martha Scott.
I hear she's unbelievable.
It is, like, literally, she scares me to my bones. But then in some of the episodes, there's like, wait, why do I feel bad for her? Like, at the very end of the show, you're hearing from her in a certain way. And I'm like, girl, I feel bad for you, and I kind of get where you're coming from. Like, what am I talking about? Why am I empathizing with a true stalker? And, like, I cannot recommend you watch this more. Everyone's amazing, but especially Jessica Gunning. And also, excuse me if I'm saying her name wrong, Nava Mao. She is a trans actress who plays a love interest of our main character for a bit of the show. So incredibly winning, so likable. And it's like, I was reading interviews with her about this show, and she's like, I love the show because we should see trans people in a normal light, where, like, the storyline never was, like, super focused on her or her trans identity or her coming out. Like, it was a show about him. She's a part of it. She's the love interest, and, like, they go through their ups and downs that, like, some are a bit related to transness, but it's mostly just, like, watching her live her life and, like, make decisions about her love life based on, like, how he is moving throughout the world. But she is excellent. Jessica Gunning is terrifying and brilliant. But also, the other thing on top of this is the woman that this television show is based on is currently suing Netflix for $170 million because they have, quote, ruined her life. They have ruined her reputation, X, Y, and Z. But the thing is, none of us knew who this was based on until
she's like, hey.
She had an hour-long interview with Piers Morgan and was like, I didn't send him thousands of emails. I sent him like 12. It's like, that doesn't sound true.
Much like me on my birthday, I do like to be noticed as well.
And she basically was like apparently super mad. It's like, also, they made that girl look so old. I don't look that old.
Wow,
like,
we're going there.
Babe, this isn't helping.
Sorry, I'm choking on my... I inhaled too quickly.
Oh, Lord.
Anyway, that kind of reminds me, like, The Deliverance. They said it's inspired by true events.
Yes.
And so I was like, I need to look up these true events. And it has, like, a picture of, like, a woman who, like, this is inspired by, like, at the end. And it showed a picture of the house and everything. And I read a little bit about the true events that Deliverance was inspired by. And it was essentially like a woman moved into this house with her kids, and the house was like kind of haunted and made the, oh, bless you. I'm coughing, you're sneezing. We're all dying today. And essentially like scary stuff happened with her kids. And there were moments that happened where they were like, are my kids being possessed in some sort of way? But I wonder what kind of permission that like Netflix had, because they made this. Well, this wasn't part of the real life story, but like in the movie, this woman is like an alcoholic who beats her kids. Like they do not make this woman look good. So I wonder like, and they only had like one picture of this woman at the end, and you could tell it was like a screenshot of something. It wasn't like a formal picture being taken.
They showed the real person.
They showed the real person.
Shit.
And so I'm kind of just like, did they have full permission to have this story? Like I wonder how this woman feels about the portrayal of something inspired by her.
She might be watching this baby reindeer case very closely, because if that
how much money does this crazy woman get?
But I will say one thing that is weird about the baby, not to be on, again, not the side of the stalker, but one weird thing, it doesn't say inspired by true events. It says a true story.
Oh.
And even Richard Gadd has come out and said Martha Scott and this lady whose name I won't say, but I do know, are not the same person.
Yeah.
But he outlines what this lady did with him and all of that. It just is wild, because to me it's like, that does seem, if he's saying it's fictionalized and you're calling it a true story, that does seem to be a disconnect. I don't know if she's going to get any money from this, but the show itself, it earned every one of those 11 Emmy nominations. I was up all night watching, and it was just thrilling. It was terrifying, and it was incredibly performed. Like, the actors did a great job. The writing is incredible. Like, he is truly, it's wild to me, because it seems like his big breaks are all based on this event that has happened in his life. Sure. So like the fact that he got this deal based on his viral, Fringe Festival performance, and then the show has become such a huge thing. He's now nominated for multiple Emmys. It's all on the back of this thing. It must be weird to have this traumatic event be your breakthrough moment in so many ways, and like so many different avenues.
It's like Michaela
Cole, yes.
Cole.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think she had chewing gum before that, which I think was lighter fare than, but there were moments when I was watching the show and thinking of I May Destroy You as well.
Yeah, because I mean, like, I May Destroy You was considered like such a landmark in her, and like really like rose her like status. I mean, she won an Emmy for it.
Absolutely.
So.
As she should. That show is also excellent. Okay. Well, I think that's it for me. Is there anything else you want to tell the people?
That we love you.
We love you all.
Thank
so
you
very much.
We hope you enjoy your end of summers, but it's September, so like it's beginning of fall.
Yes.
Until it's like 90 degrees next week for us.
And I'll be pissed. Just know if I'm on here in a sleeveless shirt next week, I'm pissed about it.
It's fine. You'll look great.
I will.
It's not like your hair will be drooping.
No, it won't.
Like mine probably will be.
Sucks.
Yeah, you're so acknowledge your privilege, okay?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for listening and or watching. We'll be back next week with more 2 Gay Mads, the podcast.
Bye.
Bye. All right, Michael Smith. Baby Reindeer was this year at least. Give me a break.
I know, I was about to be like, you're a little behind.
Hey, what have you watched?
I watched.
What TV shows are you
almost
watching?
finishing Survivor 29.
Great. What year was that?
2014. I
Great.
think. Yeah.
At least I'm in the current year.
I'm on. Listen, I'm the most current. Big Brother 26 is currently happening as we speak.
I am also up to date on Real Housewives of Orange County. All right. Look, guys, if your music career started on Hollywood Records, those are either rumors or promotional albums.
Okay.
They're not canon, period. Hey, I'm with you. I've decided what people's debuts albums are, and Janet's was Control.
It's a weird line with Baby Reindeer, because people found this lady off of stuff from the show. The curtain thing she tweeted, and people found.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I wonder if like the Deliverance, if they were allowed to get away with it, because like maybe there's some sort of legality in saying inspired by true events.
But they didn't show this woman's face. That is wild. They showed her face.
And like it's very much like a still shot from maybe like a TV interview she gave, where she's like mid sentence talking or something. And so I'm kind of just like, oh, she didn't pose for like a picture here. I don't know.
That's weird. Yazzie, you should watch Baby Reindeer. Because the thing is, I didn't watch the Piers Morgan thing, because like I don't want to see that real person. But the show is very well done. Very, very well done. Bye, Ava. Oh,
Bye,
is that
Ava.
your
That's my niece,
Ava?
yeah.
Oh, bye, Ava.
Bye, Ava.
That's so sweet. She doesn't say the bad words, sweet shit, because she's like 12, right?
You're a freshman in high school, right? Yeah. She just started freshman year.
Okay, that's fine.
It's okay.
I was cursing in freshman.
Don't say what Matt Palmer says.
Me? You didn't have like a clean mouth over there.
It's pure from the heart.
Mine is also pure from the heart.
Matt Steele, oh my God, we have heard the rumors about Britney playing the narrator in John M. Chu's Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Is that true? I didn't know
Guys,
that.
that's not happening. That's not happening.
I mean, I saw her Instagram.
I mean, I would love it.
I saw her Instagram something.
That would be awesome. Glenn Close was giving Jessica Lange in The Deliverance. Yes, freshman year. I thought Baby Reindeer looked scary, so I never watched.
It is scary in a suspense kind of way. You all know, you've watched my Sabrina Carpenter taste reaction. It's not scary like that. No. It's scary in a suspense way, for sure.
Ava says, don't worry. She doesn't care,
I don't care,
that sometimes
guys.
you curse.
Okay, all right. You do too. You and I both, to quote Jason Mraz. Great Jason Mraz one, by the way.
Oh, Jason Mraz. I forgot about You and I. That was a big song.
Niece, wait, do you have any other siblings than your brother?
I have 3 step siblings. I have 2 stepsisters and a stepbrother.
The bus stop moment was scary. I mean, yeah. Yes. There's a lot of scary. She and the thing is, she's just acting up a story. She's doing such a good job that you're like, you're amazing. But to the point where it's like, oh, if I saw this actress out in real life, I'd be like, ah,
sure.
You know.
Well, I mean, if I come across an actor in general, I'm like, because we're a lot. If I were to come across me in real life, I'd be like, oh God.
You're not a lot.
Yeah, the only actors I like, Monique, Glenn Close.
Top 2. Do you have any other older shows on your list to watch since you finished 6 Feet Under? I mean, we're almost done with United States of Terror, which I have seen before.
I'm telling you, if you don't start the Golden Girls soon, I will kill you.
Guess I got to.
This is a threat on live television.
Clearly, I'm being baby reindeered right now.
It's unacceptable. Has Jackson seen the Golden Girls? Right?
He has not.
Oh my God.
So I guess that needs to be on my list. And I picked back up with my Will and Grace. I think I was on like season 7 when I stopped watching. So I need to pick that up. I was sad their podcast went away and never came back.
Oh.
The Just Jack.
How many seasons did they get through?
2.
Oh.
There's more. There's many more. But I did see Eric McCormack, I believe, is going through a divorce. So maybe that is something to do with it. I don't know. But
aren't we all?
As some of us, we've been podcasting for years.
Yeah.
No breaks. No season breaks.
And guys, I have to work tomorrow on Labor Day, and I still came to record.
Hey, but I think I'm going to see some friends in the evening, so that'll be tough for me.
Oh, nuts.
I know. Tough time for me. But yeah, give me some suggestions. What should I be watching? If I liked Baby Reindeer and I liked 6 Feet Under. All stans should watch Baby Reindeer. Parasocial relationships are always weird and creepy. But it's not parasocial because he does know her. He
met her.
Yeah, she's clearly embellishing upon what their relationship is. But it's not like, Chappell Roan, you need to notice me.
Sure.
I assume that's closer to, what was the show that Billie Eilish was a guest star on about the Beehive? It's on Amazon Prime. Oh, Lord, what was it? Swarm. It was called Swarm. That feels closer to what Stan should be watching.
Everyone held Matt Palmer watch Golden Girls so that Matt Steele doesn't have to become a murderer. I don't want to become a murderer.
I love that the issue is that Matt Steele becomes a murderer, not that I am dead in this scenario.
People are worried about my future. Babylon.
All right, I do have to watch
to quote Denise Richards, do you ever watch Orange is the New Black?
I did.
Loot is good. Have you guys?
We love Hot to Go and we love Chappell Roan. Yes.
We love Ava. Don't you worry.
T-O-G-O.
You don't have to worry about us loving Chappell Roan here. Here we go. Hey.
I think it's my song of the year. Like,
okay.
I love Hot to Go so again, I like good. Sorry, Ava.
You were about to say
Sorry,
something.
Ava. I love Good Luck, Babe. But Hot to Go is my girl. I'm going to be in bed tonight.
I'm still ultra super graphic modern
that
whatever.
Is a
girl.
good song.
I love that song.
Is a good song.
Phenomenon.
But Hot to Go was the one.
Hot to Go is the one. Hot to Go is the single.
That was the single.
That's the single.
Yes. And she put out so many singles.
She put out a lot of singles.
And that was the one. I mean, I guess Good Luck Babe initially hooked people first, but Hot to Go is edge. Loot is one of my faves, kind of gives Hacks vibes. Oh, and I love Hacks. Love Hacks. That I was up on. Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, he's hip.
I'm very hip. But I mean, come on. I'm just going to watch old seasons of Vanderpump Rules. Old seasons
Back
of Summer House.
remembering the day when it was good.
No. Vanderpump Rules, yes. Yeah. Season 6, excellent.
It's so good, all of them. But Hot to Go is...
Yes.
Hot to Go is just like, you love a song that like stands the test. It'll stand the test of time. People will be dancing to it at weddings.
Absolutely.
In the future. We'll be dancing to it at your wedding, Ava.
Yes.
I'm a Pink Pony Club
That's a
stan.
great one.
Did you guys see how To Go was the last song she wrote?
I think I heard that, how she was like, I want to write a cheerleader anthem kind of thing. And it's like, I'm so glad you did.
And the music video is great, how she's just like bopping around. She's just like,
know.
don't expect me to dance.
Nope. She's teaching the dance
I love
to
it.
some drag queens, her grandparents.
Yeah. Everyone can do
doing
this.
some mini golf.
Yeah.
It's great.
Stumbling around. It's very Carol Channing. It's just like, this is what I do.
Oh. I hope she's happy. I mean, I know. Do you think I'm putting too much pressure on her if I'm expecting a Lady Gaga paparazzi performance at the VMAs?
That is a lot of pressure. Lady Gaga.
Do it.
Paparazzi.
I know.
VMAs
I know.
is a hard one to beat.
It is. It's a hard. Yes. It's a hard.
Everyone who hasn't seen it.
Watch it somehow.
YouTube.
It's not, they won't make
Lady Gaga.
It's not on YouTube in great
Paparazzi.
quality. It'll be
VMAs.
tough to watch, but yes, it's excellent. Chappell can do it.
Chappell could do it.
Chappell could do it. She's a performer.
Well, and I bet you she's got like choreographers and directors clamoring to be like, I want to do the Chappell. I'm sure they pitched a bunch of ideas to her.
Yeah.
She's got good taste. She'll pick a good one.
2GM, I discovered you both last holiday season. I've been a devoted YouTube listener ever since. Oh, thank you. We are in the same age bracket, and I appreciate your viewpoint so much. Continued success to you both.
Thank
oh my
you.
gosh, Mother of Five Dragons. That's so nice.
What songs can you guys listen to next?
I
Songs
don't
from
know.
who's putting out an album next?
Yes, Chappell, Roan is so iconic. Did you hear the Hot to Go demo? The bridge is so fun. My guess is that we might actually get that Gaga album this year. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that could happen.
I hope her team doesn't glam her up for VMAs. We need real campy Midwest princess on stage.
Did you hear the Hot to Go demo? The bridge is so fun. I did hear a part of the bridge. It's very funny. She's like, girls! And they do like another cheerleader thing.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Do we know what song she's going to be performing?
I assume she would do Hot to Go and Good Luck, Babe.
Sure. Do you think she's going to debut a song?
I mean, she could debut that song. She keeps, like, the Subway. She keeps performing live that I've been ignoring and been thinking, like, oh, we're going to react to this at some point. Well, I mean, maybe we could just react to that fucking performance, whatever it is.
Sure.
Let's do that. Paparazzi would be hard to beat, but I think she will do something iconic, just maybe not quite on that level. And the thing is, we can see your message, Ty. Yeah, that's a hard level. Who's putting out an album next? Not Cardi. LOL. Ugh. Yeah. I don't know if Sabrina was our big one for the. I mean, we thought we weren't having anything the second half of the year, and Sabrina.
Yeah, we got Sabrina.
Became a huge fucking megastar in that time.
So there's got to be one more.
And Chappell's I would say by first quarter next year, going to put something out, right? An EP, a deluxe edition of Midwest Princess, something.
I want it to be an EP.
You want it to be its own.
I want it to be its own thing.
Not to, again, do too many more Gaga comparisons, but we did want something Fame Monster-esque where it's like it could be a deluxe, but it also could stand on its own 2 feet.
Yeah. Oh, because Fame Monster. What a beautiful little package.
What a time.
Chappell will pay for her crime.
Halle maybe. Yeah, when is her album coming out?
She just had a baby.
She did, but she put out a song.
She's tired.
She put out a song recently, I think. Question is, whose performance will flop?
No one. Everyone will do great.
Everyone will do great. And in my opinion, the VMAs are not as important as they were back in 2007. So if someone flops, we won't hear about it.
It'll be fine. Chappell's going to have an iconic performance and win Best Performance.
There's not a nomination for Best Performance of that night. Is there? That'd be crazy.
In the future when they have...
in the future. Iconic
if it is a future award.
Yeah.
FKA Twigs is releasing.
Oh, if Halle put out a bop of a single, I could see people being very invested. I mean, she is our Ariel. Do you think Ice Spice will be nominated for a rap Grammy? I don't imagine so, but you never know.
Lana's releasing her country album later this year, right? Didn't she announce that like 10 months ago? And people were like, Lana's putting out a country album in a year. And it's like, whoa.
Right. We're not Lana people, so tell us if it's good. Oh,
I like Born to Die. Video games.
Yeah.
Like, love is a dangerous thing for a woman like me to have. We don't know. She puts out 5 albums a year.
She puts out a lot of albums.
A lot of albums.
A lot of albums. Okay. Should we do it? Should we call it? It's been 2 hours and 12 minutes.
So we're done. Lock it up.
Guys.
Hang it up. We're done.
We love you.
We got to film an ad.
Oh, frick. Sorry, Ava.
You caught yourself.
I did. Yes. Okay, we're filming an ad.
Bye, guys. We love you all. We love Chappell. We love the people.
All the people.
We love the people.
We'll see you very soon.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.